Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Dustland Delivery. Just going to turn it down a little bit. Welcome. Just going to have a little peek on my phone, make sure this is working correctly. See, perfect. Right, let's get playing. So you probably weren't here for the last session, but what we did was we went through and did a mission over at Road Construction Bureau HQ near Mountain Way and Clunkertown, and we've gone into Canopy Mountains because there is a base here for us to build up, just as a point of saving really, and just to get some more water going. As you can see, we're a little bit low. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to boil up some water just to gain back some of our reserve really. Let's do that twice. There we go. So we do use up a lot of fuel in the process, which I'm not super happy with, but beggars can't be choosers in this scenario. No, oh, got a little destroyed. Sorry, that whenever you repair something, it is very loud. So sorry about that. Right, I don't think there's anything in the depot. Nope. Perfect. So I'm thinking I might not really do too much with this one because I'm working quite heavily on Starlight City at the moment, and I thought I might as well get that to the point where it's more stable and with more going on before I really get it going properly. So aim is go back to Starlight City, see if we can do some nice trades on the way back down, and go from there really. For anyone that joins us, how's it going? What I'm doing now is I'm just having a look through what places produce and what they don't really, so I know what to bring to them. Now there is a little search bar here which might highlight, but I just prefer doing it this way really. How are people doing? They're doing okay. What I learnt when I played last is you can grow mushrooms into a fine food. I didn't try oyster mushrooms, let's have a look. You turned to grow mushrooms too. Tried flour, didn't turn into anything. Water and flour didn't turn into anything. So I think there are uses, definitely. Just went to the library, that's fine. Upgraded the first radiator, so that should help out hopefully. Right, let's say we head to Clunkertown and get it going. Oh, actually, sorry, one thing I forgot to do there. Is Clunkertown, no, Clunkertown doesn't have a bar, we do. So what I'm going to do quickly is raise their morale, as their stress is quite high at the moment. I went to camp earlier and it said have a party. I need food. Okay. Oh yeah, we are quite low on food, aren't we? That might be something good to stock up on before I kill everyone. Let's head to the bar, let's have a drink. Make people significantly happier. Though this one isn't. Not as happy, but at least we got everyone with a weapon now, which was a nice little milestone. And we'll just wait at the apartments until they're free. Oh, less drunk anyway. So we can drive. Perfect. Right, let's head down to here. We don't have a lot of fuel. Oh, the bad weather and terrain are definitely adding up for a bad combo for our drive, but we'll see what we can do. Well, in 3 hours it'll get sunny, so we'll fight it off. We'll fight it off. And there we go, now we're off like a bullet. Little lizard. Welcome back to Clunker Town. Head to the store, do we have anything scarce to sell here? Not really. Trying to think of what we could be taking from here to use. I do have quite a lot of ore, but where was I going to sell that? I was going to sell the ore, but I can't remember perfectly where, admittedly. I think I've had the ore with me for a little while because I forgot to use it, truthfully. Oh, they take squab, pheasant, quail, rabbit. That might be a good place to go to Tyrannus. Pheasant squab. Pheasant squab, let's do it. Yeah, they don't sell for particularly a lot, but we, no, it all adds up. You always get a good price on tyres. I always find it's always good to stock up and then to sell a few when you find a town that lot needs them. Okay, cool. I think we're good, to be honest. Unless I sell them some fuel. No, we're good. Right, let's head out. So unless those rations were... Did they sell dried chicken here? Nah, normal chicken. Shame. Ammo medkit ointment. Nope. Let's go. Oh, actually, what's here? Sorry, abandoned mine. That could be interesting, actually. Why don't we make a little detour? A quick save and head on over. So this can happen. So with the mountain, you have to drive quite carefully to get around. Oh, of course I forgot to get food, didn't I? Whoops. Uh-oh. Don't like that noise. There, that's why I don't like that noise. I think I'm out of ammo as well. Yep. Oh my goodness, it's loud. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Whoops, we've just harvested infected meat. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. That is pretty grim. But we can, normally when you use infected meat, I don't know if you can eat it, you probably can. But ooh, this can probably go badly. Let's go left. Let's fire 'em. Oh, 300 scrap, that's not too bad. I'll get out of there for now though, because I feel like that can end pretty badly. I'll head down to Western Gas Station, then to Wheat Stalk, just so I can get some food. Yeah, I'm stock up for the journey. It's been a good game so far. Liked it. Played 3 hours earlier without realising I had left the first out in like stream starting soon mode. So I'm happy to say that it should be working efficiently now. Oh no! I hate that. That would never happen. I wish I had the rations, but I don't. Oh, I'm sorry, little dog. Oh, I feel bad. I've got a, admittedly it's not a cat, but I've got my cat sat on my lap as we speak. So it does make me feel quite guilty. Oh, I can upgrade here! Oh, I didn't even realise! Oh, that's awesome! Oh, that's awesome! I didn't even know I could do that here. Oh, it's making the... why not? Let's get some fuel efficiency. I think that would be quite cool. Let's go to the store, scarce items, anything we can sell, not really, anything abundant. Oh, I got fuel in abundance. Can always pick up some fuel when it's cheap. Try and make it even cheaper. What can you do? What else do they need? They need wood as well. Ooh. Oh, that my virtue, nice. I didn't need to up my virtue. So these people hanging around, they do actually do stuff. You can like pay for stuff and get goods and whatnot. Sometimes cheaper than traditionally, which is nice. I'm tempted to just hold out until we get back to main city, but what I will do is let me buy some food. I don't know if I can just eat the chicken, but what I probably can do is wait until I'm... Oh, actually it's quite expensive. Do they? What's in abundance? Oh, the chicken is. Guess I will... Just thinking of the best way to go around it. Just whatever the cheapest option is. We got some button mushrooms. Get 10 of those. Bargain for that, come on. Try his best. So I will head out of the city, depart on my way, and then eventually by the moon, and then I will keep going for a little bit. Wait, there we go, now it says 0. Set up camp, and I'll use my kitchen, kitchen, cook, and then I think I'll be able to, if I bulk cook these, make quite a few days worth of food, hopefully? Or is it not a few days worth of food, because that's still only 4 days. I was hoping that would increase it significantly, but it doesn't seem like it has. Well, we got some bread, we got some mushrooms, should be fine for a 2 days, right? We're gonna find out. Uh-oh. Ah, that's fine. I'll just melee that. So let's let everyone sleep. I'll probably cool the engine down. It was fine, let's bring it down a little bit. Watch that sunrise, it's low as it raises everyone's mood a little bit. And then we're back off the road. But the fuel efficiency is quite nice. I can sort of see it already that it's better. I will try and work on the heat of the vehicle, because that's probably going to be the issue we run into more often than not. Ooh, ammo, nice. So this point is very hands-off. You can't really do too much at this stage where you're letting them drive and go forth. But it's nice. It's very relaxed. Oof. Scarce item. Oh, there was wood and I forgot to pick it up. Oh well, it's my fault. Got a little bit in the car, but not crazy amount. Upsell? Yes, good job. What have they got abundant? Tyres nice. I think I mentioned this earlier, I don't know if this is true or not. It's always pick up tyres when you can. Who would want some tyres around here? Ah, there we go. So what I'll do, I'll pick up some more tyres while I'm here. Just where that sort of medium point is where you're going to see the most profit. So you see above, you'll see a unit price, and that goes up quite quickly after a few, and then as you pick up more it charges more, naturally, so it ends up cutting into your profits quite a lot. So ideally, if I can get my my character's stats up enough, especially around speech, he will be able to negotiate for a lower price at buying and sell for a high price in the selling side of things, which will be pretty nice, to be honest with you. Just thought, while we're stocked up, might as well have a little look through, see if there's anything else I can make. So while I'm scavenging from places, we are unlocking things, and my hope is that eventually we can make it so our vehicle's better in different areas. Because I'll tell you, when you're in a rainstorm and you haven't got enough horsepower to move, you feel it in that moment. Quite panicked. We'll make it work. Right, let us go. I want to go get some. I do need more ammo, I'd say, but in my town around here, I have got ammo production, so I'm very excited to go over and have a look and see how they've done it, really. See what their production's like. That's a good way to get the picture. So this town currently has some quests on. It's technically meant to be a town where I can get like stuff from. It's gonna be loud. Oh, sorry, should have given you the heads up. But it's meant to be a town where I can own part of it. Like I'm meant to have a land deed, but it's not appeared for me to see yet, sadly. So we'll see how that one goes. Really. Hopefully, I'll be able to do something with it later. So if I could get a little bit of profit on this, what can you do? Upsell that, hopefully. Yes, wonderful. And then, do we have anything else? Might keep the bread, just because it does sell for a nice profit, though. Especially because I think I'm at the point where I can nearly produce this. What I will do is buy some rations, but I forget rations are quite expensive. So you want to keep it reasonable. Need some more. I do need medicine as well. I'll just buy normal meds, so hopefully. Oh, it's expensive. Imagine beer can sell for well. No. It's 25. So I just thought I'd get in there. Oh my goodness. So pre-fall electronics, that's what I want to try and get. My goodness. Right, let us. So I think I've still got quite a lot of. It's a lot of ore. I wonder if there's anywhere around here that will buy that. Because I got it for a run earlier, but I can't remember exactly where I was going that would require ore, to be honest with you. Supplies gas station, but the fetid swamp is not a great place to be in if the name didn't give it away. Do you need ore at all? I want to try and keep to areas without large rings around, so the rings are plague zones with infection, and this causes a whole load of issues. Oh, I can actually see what they've got in there, that's interesting. Cool. Oh, I think it might be stay here, reduce there, go to the bar, have a drink for the team, then just wait it out, really. Just because the team now, like their stress goes down. Now, this character's stress is still quite high, which concerns me, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it eventually. I'd rather wait until we get to a hometown of one of mine and go from there, because here, every time we want to wait, costs money, whereas if we leave, it's okay, really. Now now we can set out. So you can never drive when some of your team are drunk. So someone has to be sober for you to start driving. Let's have become friends. If only it was that easy. I trust it to unlock more equipment because it can add some pretty big boosts, to be honest with you. Some diction to use the honk, but it's not great. Oh, feed the puppy ration. Okay, I could do something at least for the little puppy. How many days worth of water? 8 days of water. Okay. There's a town around here that wants milk. Who was it? Was it you? No. Someone wanted milk, I remember this. Who was it? Ah, you wanted milk, I think. Yeah. Valleyville, but I don't know if it's worth the trip over there, because there's not that much. But they've got pre-full electronics, which Tranis really wants, so it might be worth having a trip over. Was there anyone that needs ore? That's the big question. But then, it was these guys, wasn't it, that needed ore? No, wasn't it? Was it these guys? Aha, it was Wiseman gas station. What else do they need? They need tea, eggs, salt. What do you produce? Well, fruit, medicinal herbs. I don't need anything from there, sadly. If they need anything, what do we produce here? Fruit, clothing, milk. They produce fruit and cloth themselves. So that is the issue, is figuring out what does someone need, how can I make the journey worth it. Might just be worth going over to here, to be honest with you. You know what, let's do that. I think it's going to be an easier journey, because going through the fetid swamps, you can't rest, it's not great on your crew, so I'd rather just do this journey. So it is a little bit easier. But we're out of food. That isn't great, so hopefully we'll get there. You know what about we reset that, head back to this town. Running out of food isn't phenomenal. Oh. Alright, let's call that engine. I think, yeah, engine temperature reduction maxes out when you go 1. Oh no. I'm gonna go to 11 water. Let's get them some food, because yeah, they're gonna be hungry. It's abundant. They really don't have that many food items, do they? Oh no. It will have to be, I think, buying something at a premium. I wonder if they'll drink milk. I don't know, but we shall see. They do drink milk. Brilliant. So what we'll do, we'll head to... I know it. I've got a plan. We'll head to Reedville, then down to Wiseman gas station. Reedville will pick up some food, because it's produced there, and then we'll head off. This will be hopefully quite cheap. I'm producing some foodstuffs at my settlement, so at the settlement. So I do need to head there, and hopefully it'll work out. I hope my crew picture isn't that low. They're not made to be a robber. Right, store here, anything scarce for me to sell. Not in oh, they want flour. I'll sell them some flour. Abundant. We got fruit, we got energy bars. I think the fruit will do quite nicely for us to have some fruit for a little while. So that's only 3 days. Really doesn't last long, does it? Do they have salt teal eggs at all? They do produce salt, okay. They need water purifiers, so I'm going to make this into a bit more of a profitable journey. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy up some water purifiers, which don't really sell for a crazy amount, but we'll make it work. They've gone off auto eating, haven't they? I'm out of food. Yeah, it makes sense the milk doesn't exactly fill them up. Can I cook the food? Is the question. So if I stop just outside of a town, like, looks like we'll have to continue for a little bit. Oh wow, I really want us far away. So can we camp here? There we go. Kitchen, cook. Ah, one more. I wonder if that's any better. We'll do one coffee. Ah, no. It's not great. We'll try a fruit. Ah, fruit platter, okay. Let's make maybe 10 of those. I think they'll just increase the happiness of the people that eat them a little bit. About the food though. Well, what can you do? How's the team doing there? We're getting a bit tired, I believe. Oh no, we'll get there with the other driver. So what happens? You'll see those 4 bars on the players. There's I'll just walk you through it. We're here. So you've got hunger at the top. You've got fatigue underneath where they need to rest. You've got stress, which you can't really lose on the road too well. You need to bring them to a shop, to a city which has a bar where they can go for a drink. Though that isn't out of cost, it does help them out. Then you've got first for their water. So I'd say water's the easiest of the 3 if you do it correctly, because you know how many days you've got. You can recycle old water as well. Fuel, so long as you know distances, you'll be okay, but then conditions can affect how far or how short you can go. So you do have to be a little bit mindful of that. Let's see if we've got anything else to sell. We don't really want to sell the meds, admittedly. Can do some bread though. For a little run. Bread's always good to have, just in general. And the salt is for the scrap run. Where's the peak? Here we go. So about 30 salt. That's good. We'll head on over. Will my stress get too high? I think I'll be okay. Really looking forward. I think next one I would upgrade. Probably comfort. Might help out the crew a little bit, make them a little bit happier. Well, I'll do F4, just a quick save. Or you can visit a library and just create a new hard save. Then, off we go, really. Wow, that was quick. Let's search it. Oh, a lot of books there. That's good. So exactly what I want to see is no issues. because that can, well, if you can imagine it, cause issues. Like I've seen a damaged engine, the weather can affect it, so it's nice to occasionally click through and see the fuel reserve, for example, or forecast. And if your people are stressed, admire the moon, it can help them out even that little bit. Now this is what's worrying me. What I'll do actually, pass through Sword Point military base and then make my way down. This could go wrong quite easily, but we'll see. From what I've noticed, a higher infection chance means there's a higher chance of you being attacked just generally, and that there's a higher chance of, well, when you are attacked there'll be a lot more zombies. Which no one really wants to deal with, do they? So that where it says peak. Wish I could have sold it for a bit more, but what can you do? I could sell my water, but I think that's going to be a bad idea as I don't have that much of it. Tyres seems to be abundant, but I like to get out of places like this as quickly as possible because it will end badly. I'll press F4 just so I can have a little search and see what happens, but if not, I'll admit, I am not afraid of safe scumming. 4 widgets, oh, compound, nice, level 4 pig iron, brilliant. Because it's at 24%, I think it is a good time to duck out of here. Oh, I pressed the wrong button, let's go. Everyone is getting tired by this point, so I'll wait until we're out of this zone in the desert and then I'll send everyone to sleep. Oh, nice. See, people are starting to get a little bit tired now. There we go, we're starting to leave that area. Once that hits 0, then I'll set up camp for the night. Ooh, a few people were injured though, and good thing. Hopefully that works. Oh, thank goodness. So I don't think an injury right now would go very well. Let's set off, get out of here, and then hopefully, yeah. We'll camp out for the night. So I believe a good sleep would make everyone feel a little bit better. There we go. I've got more tasks as well. I don't know if they're time sensitive or not, but don't sell the serum by accident, I imagine. It wouldn't end well. Forget to equip there. They don't like me, so I think I have to pay a toll. We use my clout. I don't really have that much clout, so I'd rather pay a toll, get into the city, hopefully build a relationship with them over time, see what I can do really. So assault. Yield enough profit for it to be worth the toll, yep. Then is there anything else I would like to sell or bring with me? Oh yeah, the ore! That was the entire reason I came out here, initially, wasn't it? Make some money. And abundant. Always, always stock up with fuel, especially when it's 0.4 per unit. That is amazing price. For fuel, you can never have too much fuel, is what I've kind of come to the conclusion of. It's like rations, they're quite expensive, but I'd be interested to see how much food it has an impact of. It's not crazy. Cloth. Where was I going to sell cloth earlier? I'm just thinking, because the city is here, so I can travel different ways. Ammo, building materials, medicinal herbs, honey. Don't think that's a great place to visit, to be honest. It's probably not going to end well. I was thinking of the best way for me to get back to Starlight Sea. It will be travelling through the marshes, sadly, which is never ideal. But what do they need? Wood, sugar, charcoal, canned fruit, scalloped shrimp. Canned fruit. Canned fruit. Let's get some canned fruit. Hopefully when we get there we can sell it for an increase. Is it? So the rest seems good. Always do a cheeky save when I'm in the town. Off we go, really. Let's reset this and head to the Fetid Swamp. And from Fetid Swamp we'll head to Little Lake gas station, from Little Lake gas station, Mountain Pass gas station, and then Starlight itself, which is our town. We only have 5 days of drinking water, so I think when I get the chance at the next town, I might make some water, or I might have just doomed myself, because in this marsh you can't actually camp, so there might be a few issues there. Hopefully there's no rain, because if there's rain that means I'll be completely bogged down to the point where I don't believe I'll even be able to move. Is not ideal. But if anyone's around, what have you been thinking of the game so far? Water over there. That might have been a mistake on my end, say the least. Oh, they don't even have enough scrap to buy it all, which is a shame, but kind of happens. Do get used to it. What you then do is, if there's anything you want to buy, like say for example, building materials are normally about 500, they sell for about 700 in most settlements, so you can re-add to their stockpile, and then resell. Get those caps back, scrap back, and I think that's pretty much it. Tea, coffee, milk, you don't use any of those as I'm aware. I'm considering the best way of going around this, as I now know I don't have any water, because that silly mistake to cool the engine, but you do kind of have to do it, otherwise you're going to be stuck for a very long time, and that is a basically 1,000-kilometer trip, so it's whether I can make that or not. We're going to find out in 3 days. What I'll do now is just a little quick save. If there's any issues, I'll revert back to town and figure something out. We are going to have to rest for a little bit though. And set back up. actually stop to collect rainwater. But then the wastewater we would use to cool the engine. To be fair, we've nearly made the journey already, so I don't think we're going to run into any major issues. Then we'll hit the road and we'll really speed up. This is the slowest combo. We're in bad weather, we're in bad terrain. This is what we want to try and avoid if possible. And once we're out of here, we'll get everyone a nice little bit of sleep, I believe, because they are tired. Actually, we can stop now, camp. Let's just because I believe we'll make it, or it won't. It's one of the two, really. We're gonna have to find out. If without this rain, we'd really be speeding along. At least we're going faster than I believe when we were in the swamp. So that's something to be happy with. Or I could actually stop, collect rainwater, and then if we set up camp, I set up kitchen, start a fire, boil some water. Sorted. So we did lose a good chunk of fuel, but now I've got 5 days of water, and that issue is averted. Crisis gone. Really? Now we can speed on over. Oh, and get slowed back down. I wish I could go a little bit quicker, but what can you do? Once we're out of this forest slash mountainous area, it'll be a pretty straight strip to Starlight City, which is our settlement. I'll probably switch out Farmer to join them, and then go from there. What are their abundant materials? Because we can always do with a little bit more food and water if there is any water. If not, I think at the base I produce water, so that actually won't be an issue. To be fair, we're only like a day away from that. Let's load up. I'd say whatever's priced at 0.4, we'll bargain that. So then let us. Good actually. Let's get out of here. Actually, I'm just sorry. I said actually so many times. Let's get these guys a drink. They seem to be a little bit stressed. This is sort of that you won't just end up with loads of scrap, is what I'm starting to realise. You're going to end up needing to occasionally, give them a treat. They do seem a little bit stressed out. And then once they're drunk, you need to give them a bit of a rest at the inn. Go for a standard, don't really need to pay for some premium service. So they should be less fatigued and less stressed. They're still quite stressed though, so I wouldn't mind heading back to my main town. But we can't depart because they're all drunk. You can't drunk drive in this, as you should never drunk drive, whether you're in a game or not. So they just chill out. So you just rest for a little bit. Rest again, rest again, rest again, and hope someone starts to sober up sooner than later, because, oh, they take a while, and then we're good. So they must get smashed when they're away if it's taking them basically a whole day to be sober enough to drive. We're only a few kilometres away, there we go. And we've arrived at Starlight City. So we head to the depot. This is the storage of the actual town, which we can just take from. You see all these medicinal herbs, that's pretty good. Take 15 of those. Ammo's quite nice, I'll take 50 of those. Scrap, phenomenal, because they're trading, so we can take from the profits. But the water, now that is phenomenal. Let's take 70. Sorted, that deals with all of our water issues. I'll take the wastewater too, purely because when we cool down our truck, you use the wastewater. And the reason you want to use the wastewater is because it doesn't cost you anything. It's water you've already kind of cycled through, so it's just, you're not losing out on fresh water for drinking. And there you go, we're suddenly back up to 28 days of water. Head back into that depot, and then let's take the bread. Now we don't produce bread here, this is bread I've had here before. So now I've got 10 days worth of food. Brilliant. Now we go to Manage City because I brought with me a farmer, but do they need him is the question. Not by the looks of it. Which is interestingly enough. Interesting. So I'm just thinking of ways for us to increase our production and get a little bit of extras in there. Also, it's to drop off what we don't need. So I initially dropped off a load of these crafting materials. What I noticed ended up happening was you couldn't then use them while they're in their inventory, even though I was in the city. So I decided from that point I'm gonna just use them, to be honest with you. I think that's probably for the best. What I'll do while I'm here is I'm going to get their stress down to 0, just because I can wait out here. It still costs you to do this part, but you can actually wait in the town, which makes it a lot speedier a process. Wonder why their stress is so high in comparison to the rest. Hopefully that should, yeah, that's pretty much emptied out now. So we'll just use our own apartments. You know, it doesn't increase them crazily, but it does help out a little bit, keeping them sane. Wow, still no one. Oh, there we go, now everyone's sobered up. Head to the kitchen. Ooh, bread and jam. Shouldn't really be cooking that, admittedly, it's quite expensive, but it's been interesting seeing. I've made hot dogs, so I'm interested to see if you can get burgers at one point. I'm interested to see how this all goes. Is there not anything I can really upgrade? Because I've got 9 building materials, which is enough to do certain things. I can upgrade the water pump. No, I can't. So that's maxed out. Small depot, that's alright for now. Abandoned light industry. Maybe the industry might be a good one to use, because the foundry is producing bullets. Oh, do you know what? I'll make some defences. So can you see it? Yeah, oh, you can actually see it. That's quite cool. Though this isn't quite the job they'd want to be doing. They're defending the base, which is awesome. So at least now we've actually got a stable, you know, area, which is awesome. I'm thinking I might just make the light industry just to have it, and then we can see what they can do. Aha, so we can produce oh my goodness, we can do so much. So we can produce flour, oh, we can take wheat and flour and produce beer, that'll sell better. We can make sugarcane using the farm, so we can turn that into sugar, fruit to sugar to canned fruit, vegetables and salt to dried veg, wood charcoal, tea, meds. Oh my goodness, this is incredible. I mean, this might be the worthwhile of doing, to be honest, if I'm able to grow medicinal herbs. I think I sell them base as they are. Wonder if I can make some headgear for her, which increases her growing. So there's certain upgrades. See, there isn't farming. There's the headway. There we go. So you see, like here, if I had more fibre, I'd actually and knew how to make it, I'd actually be able to make a +5 farming hat. So that's what I want to try and see if there's anything else I can do for her. It doesn't look so, sadly. That would have been quite nice to be able to increase her ability. What can you do? So, back into town. Or back into my truck, should I say. I do need to empty it out a little bit. Actually, where are the places I need to be? Is it Civitas I need to visit? I've never been down this part of the map before, so this might actually be a worthwhile visit. Really. They need wheat. I grow wheat, so that's a pretty good proposition if I can just take it from myself. If I don't have that many, admittedly, don't have that much. Don't want to take too much away either. I will keep that in mind. Now I think it's time for us to set off to Mountain Pass Gate. Then we can search the landfill. We can do one search of that. Oasis City, Southwest Desert, and then to Civitas, where we'll sort of decide where to go from there. I don't want to be visiting any of these mega dead zone places yet, because we've not really got the defences to deal with that. So, setting off on a nearly 1,500 kilometre journey, let's go. Ooh, do we take a detour? Do we drive across? Dried up river. I'll take a detour. It always takes more fuel and time, but I always find that if that's an option, it might be the best one. But anywhere you're in an area for a while, you'll always see more infected. So you just want to do things quickly and then just get out of there as quickly as possible. Perfect. So Underpass Station, what do you need? So you need ammo, tyres, chicken, thread, flour. Don't think there's any other stuff here, sadly. What can you do? What did I have scarce? Oh, well. We're buying some ammo very cheaply. They've not got a lot of money in this town, but I'll try and fleece them for what I can. See, the herbs would have been the last one. Could have sold, but all the building materials even. What can you do? Let's check what the main city wants at the bottom. Building materials, fruit, pork, meds, tea, dried salt. What can we get from here? I think the fruit will be it. Yeah, we do technically produce this, but we don't produce a lot of this, so it's always kind of best for us to just get it from a wholesaler like this. So I'd think of it more as we produce enough for ourselves, but not really for trading. And then we depart and continue on our journey. Amazing. So it's nice that it's going well. So for anyone who's just joined in, we are heading from our base at Starlight City down all the way to Civitas, where we are having a few stops along the way for a bit of looting, a bit of just journeying on really. It's going quite well. If there's any questions, please let me know. Search it thoroughly. It's a shame. search carefully, because these areas are dangerous enough to begin with. We don't want them getting hurt. Mystery liquid, fibre, leather, pig iron. Perfect. So I'll only ever search the once, because you will end up having to fight the undead, or the infected if you will. And I find that quite a dangerous thing to do, especially so early on. When I only have 2 people, and they have muskets, it doesn't feel like it's going to be the best course of action. So we've got a little town here. It's interesting, I like how they've laid out the towns, and that you can actually start seeing people doing things, like you can... I don't know what... Oh, do I pay them 250 scrap? No, let's do it. Quick save beforehand in case I get killed, but let's see, are the people happy? They seem to have no stress, so that might be good, actually. Stay a standard room just to make them less fatigued. And let's head to the store, see if there's anything we have to sell. We want some wheat, we'll upsell that. And abundantly, they've got ammo, tyres, chicken, thread, and flour. Now, is there anything that they need at their main base? Not from here, sadly. No. But we'll still head on over though. Let's continue on the journey. Ooh, we're quite slowed down in the desert, not by too much, only about 8 kilometers. But hopefully there's no major storms or anything coming. While we're doing this, let's think of what we're going to improve next. So the hull feels good enough. I don't feel like I need to add more hull. Oh, we can stop for something. But I feel like some drive use might be quite good as parts. Something that might increase speed potentially. Fuel use is a good one to reduce. But it would be nice. Oh no, this isn't some part, was it? Terrain, okay, here we are. Oh, I can do that. Rivers, HP, production. Need more connectors. Widgets, compounds. So you get these items from searching certain places on the map. So even a lot of bases you can still search, which is interesting. But I am hoping to get through it sooner. Try and navigate through. Ooh, damage, but should be fine. So again, this is one of those places where we'll just do a quick little save, and then a careful search. You can do it quickly, but again, I always find that ends badly. Pre-full material, gears, irons, connector, mystery liquid, leather, foil, and pig iron. And then let's get out of here and continue on our journey down to the main city. Should be a pretty clear journey over to. But you never know what might happen in this game. I could be attacked by raiders, I could crash out, it could be a swarm of infected I have to drive through. You really don't know what might happen. Also interested to see sort of gun. Ooh, Civitas, a city formed by a conglomerate of criminal enterprises. Though Civitas is a perfectly functioning economic and political system, its main source of income is derived from shaking down neighbouring settlements for protection money. For this purpose, the city leadership employs a substantial workforce of thugs, goons and general ne'er-do-wells. Let's visit XP. Nice. Let's see what they've got. Let's see what we can sell. Relics. I've got some of those to sell. Let's shift some of this fruit. Let's shift some of our excess building materials, because we can make them fairly cheaply ourselves, I've noticed. Abundantly, they've got a good amount of tyres, bread, milk. We've got food to add that though. Don't worry too much on that front. Oh, dried chicken. Makes me gag. Right, that's the library. Let's do a save. We could definitely afford to upgrade our truck right now. tyre durability hasn't been an issue so far, so I'm thinking comfort. I don't really know what it does, but let's give it a go. Maybe it just adds a little something for the guys in the truck, maybe when they're resting, but I don't know what it actually equates for. Oh, I did have a task here, that's why it was highlighted anyway. I went the complete opposite direction. What did I have to do here? Oh, did I head to the wrong place? I've gone to the wrong way. No. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so far away now. I'll have to come back here at some point. Oh well. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realise the creds were creds or vice versa in your city, at the bank, at the bar. Creds do not take up space in your truck. Handling fees charged for creds exchange. Different location, different handling fees. Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't realise that. So scrap takes up inventory space. Oh, let's get another upgrade for the truck and use that, to be honest. Yeah, while we're here. What should we go for? I might use this. It's 8,000. Oh, actually, it's 8,000 scrap. I don't even have that. Maybe storage might be a good one. I know that's had a visual change. Oh, I see something's changed. There's some places I'm buying milk on the way back, so might as well make about 1,000 profit. Wish we could have got it for a nice price, but we didn't, sadly. Let's see. Have a look. Is there anywhere that would want milk around here? Yeah, there's a place just here. We can potentially make our way up through the mountains and back through to the base. Just kind of do a loop around. We'll decide when we get there. Actually, do our people need anything? They're a bit tired, but other than that, I think they're good. They're not very stressed, so I think just crack on. Oh, I'm really slow in desert, and the rain is not helping that at all. There's no forecast, sadly. Sunny in 11 hours, goodness. Oh, always such a fuel. Never have two. Ah, that's a shame. So I'd never really ever have too much of that. So the trailer hasn't really changed. I don't know if it had the bars at the top initially. So this place we just stumbled across, someone's still living on this farm. Oh god, there's some crazies. Oh, I don't really want to be messing with a group that'll murder us pretty easily. Deadly, you've learned about a violent cult terrorizing locals. I'll be able to do something about it. I think we'll die immediately if we tried that now, so I'm gonna avoid it for now, but it's on the task of things to do. So I've not seen anything marked out as deadly before, so I wouldn't want to be poking the old hornet's nest. Civitas, look out, sentry post on Civitas' first line of defence against infected hordes coming from the southwest. That being said, many years have passed without a single incident. Actually, people go crazy for coffee beans. When you can get them anyway. 10% discount as well. Then we saw some more milk. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll sell the milk. Not as many places want the canned milk as might want the canned goods. Stay in the inn overnight. And let's set off and continue on the journey. Oh. Otherwise I've gone to the end of the journey. So maybe blue to... Can we then... can we do that or not? We can head through the mountains. Okay, interesting. Then head back home. So it's definitely a long journey and it's going to take a while. It's 2,500 kilometers, which is crazy to my British mind of distance, but it'll definitely be a juicy story. Let's go. We've got fuel for that, definitely. We'll have a little quick save though, just in case. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cool down the engine because I'm worried it's going to end up overheating. And we might just end up in a bad scenario where we can't really pause it because we'll be at like 20, 30 risk and want to stop to do that. So at least now we can just get going. Back on roads, lovely. I don't think that's for very long though, sadly. Because we are about to head through some really mountainous terrain. I don't know if there's any stats which impact upon your driving. What I'm interested to do, it might seem a bit cheesy, but I'm very interested to see what happens when I go to attributes and I go random good trait for 10 points. Let's see. I think some of the tongue might be quite good. Like whenever you enter a city, you get a reason for why it's named that, for why it is this, why it is that. It's just those little details that I'm quite a big fan of. Cheese! I didn't know this game had cheese. I am a big fan in real life. No tyre, shrimp, scallop, prawn. Don't think they produce any of that here actually. No. We do have 4 pence per unit. So we'll buy that up. We've got enough. I think we've got enough food for this journey, but I wouldn't want to go tempting fate, so I might as well just buy a little bit more if it's reduced. That's pretty much all I can do. This is going to be loud. My apologies. Don't know why that's so loud in comparison to everything else, but what can you do? Alright, let's roll. I hope you're enjoying the stream, whoever's watching. It's been a good game so far. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll try to answer the best I can. You would imagine like heavy mountains would be fairly safe in comparison to like the normal areas for infected and whatnot. My only worry is my character's stress is fairly high. And I don't really have ways of getting rid of that now that we're travelling through all of this. So it is going to take a while to get through. My only thing is whenever I stop, I might maybe stop to watch sunrise like that. Reduces it a little bit. Oh yeah, more than a little bit. Reducing from like 200. Hey, nice. Some desert rabbits. Hopefully you'd have some good conversation because you're travelling. I mean, if you look at the bottom left, you'll see it's like you're travelling 30 kilometers on this, you're travelling hours and hours and hours and days. I mean, they've been driving around in this truck for like 68 days in total now. At least the main character has, pretty much without getting out, so it's been pretty busy. My moon, this will reduce their stress. It really is actually reducing it quite nicely. Now if I look, we're already cutting through quite a good chunk of the journey. This will be quick, but it is a risk area, so we'll have to hopefully not get attacked. I'll set up camp and have a little snooze. Might as well cool the engine while we're here. Got 8, so I might as well use 8. Oh, and here they are. So I know we're stronger than... Oh, we're not. Yeah, we're stronger than this in melee. So the way the mechanics for fighting work here is you'll have an enemy attack. In this case it's 19 and 19. I know my melee is 31. So I know if I melee then, I'll win immediately. If they're able to hit back, we're going to have an issue. So we want to make sure they can't, really. So that's why on that screen there was like different rows for if you could attack. So you'd want to shoot at them before they get to you, really. Travel. We can always do more food. And we'll keep going to our destination. We're nearly in the infected zone, so this might be an interesting one. Maybe get attacked, maybe... We'll definitely search it while we're there, but I don't know if we'll be attacked or not. I definitely feel the effect of the fuel upgrades. Now let's have a little search. Search carefully. Oh, we've been attacked. I can sense it. That's quite a lot as well. Can we run? Just run won't do anything. Decoy might work. Yes. That's why I like bringing those, you know, if you get the option to cut them up, do it. I think it affects their sanity a little bit, their stress, but it's kind of good to do, just to get out of there. Now let us get out of here and onwards to our base. At the base we've got a bar, so my character can drink away their issues. It does sound a little grim, but it's the only way I find that is efficient in getting rid of the stress. Because right now he's fatigued, he's stressed still. I just want to chill out, I imagine. In this area, the swamps and whatnot, you can't actually do anything. You can't stop. You can stop, but you can't sleep. You can only rest for a little bit. So in this area, it's always good to just kind of plan beforehand, like, hey, I'm going to be in this for so long. Let's sleep beforehand, which is what I really should have done. But because we're on the last home stretch towards our base, don't really need to because the other driver will take over. So your main character will still gain like tiredness, but the other driver will take over when they're tired. Oh, wouldn't mind some info as what's going on. See how it goes. might need to stop though, as soon as we're out. Nah, we're 100 kilometers out, we'll make it. Just. Hopefully our character doesn't have a mental break. When they have a mental break, I've had one where they've set fire to everything, which really wasn't great. Especially when it's your own truck you're setting fire to. So that is, yeah, something we'd ideally avoid. Right, we're back. We are back. What can we do? Let us... Just thinking... I haven't been back in so long, I'm lost as to what to do for a moment. Let us see, details, good. Let's head to the depot and have a little look what's changed. So we've still got 100 fuel, good. Our ore's going up. Water's massively gone up, that's brilliant. Always want to make sure we're bringing loads of water with us. Food, we've got a good amount of fruit here. Oh, I say good amount, we've only got 25, which isn't much in the long term, but it's better than none. Really nice amount of ammo, and the scrap is most important, because we can just take it. There's nothing really I can think of I'd want to drop off here. Maybe a few of those medicinal herbs. No, actually I'll drop off 5 of these. The only reason I'm doing that is if I recruit someone else, and I go to the managed city, see I have a load of buildings. Now some of the jobs that I've unlocked in the latest building is production. There's a lot here, give me one moment, I'm just going to sneeze. Sorry about that. And essentially I want to produce other things where I can make a lot more money out of it. So for example I can turn wheat into flour, even though it takes a day I'll get 2 flour, you don't make that much money, but I think beer you would actually make a really good amount. Sort of like the sugar canned fruit sort of thing, I can grow sugar cane here. You can do all of these. But I think this will be the most important. Meds. So what I'm going to do, let's head to the... Oh, that's the sled. But I don't think that might. So we'll go to the bar, and let's see if they're a labour market. No, I need 12 prosperity. We're getting there. We're getting there. Increase your city's prosperity to bring more people into your bar. So hopefully we'll get there soon enough. Let's interact with this guy. Let's have a catch up. Oh, we like each other. You know what? I'll hire this person. Oh, depends on their price actually. Oh, 300 scrap. They cost a little bit too much for my blood. I think I hire people through the labour market because they're really cheap, and we'll go from there. Because that is way too much for a person for me at the moment. Even though I have 4 grand, I don't really want to use all of that on a single person. And then let's head to the bar and get a drink. So you'll see my person's stress has gone down. Not by a crazy amount, you do have to have a bit of a bender to really reduce it. It's starting to jump down now, but let's drink some more. I'm sure you'll be healthy afterwards. And let's drink one last time. You spend a good amount doing this, so that's why it... Even if you build up a lot of money, you will be losing it quite quickly. But at least with the base like this, I have a small population, I can actually start to build up reserves of things and start to make some money. So let us get this done. I need to go to a town, recruit more people. They cost, a farmer costs 500, I think basic person costs about 700. So I'll recruit a few to fill up these roles. I'd like medicine production. And what else would I want to do? I'm just having a little think. I believe having maybe beer would be good as well. Beer and maybe a flour one if I can get enough people farming. Now the building itself of farming, ordinary farm, I can upgrade this, which I think would be interesting. So it's only going to cost 4 materials to upgrade, so I think I'll get some materials and bring them over. I also believe if I can get enough materials to upgrade the rundown apartments, that could be quite nice. If I go to crafting actually, I think I might have the ability to craft some now. Now what was it under? Resources, here we go. And building materials. Oh, it costs 80 pig iron to make 1. Oh, is it 1? I don't know, but it costs a lot of irons. You know what? I'll just buy it. I'll buy it outright. So what materials do I have? I've got a load of fuel, little good chunk of ammo, some medicine, load of coffee, loads of medicinal herbs. Now where can we sell those? Who would want coffee and medicinal herbs? Well, you want the medicinal herbs, so we might just head to you and then go back on ourselves through this swamp and do that. I wish there was a way for me to break... You need a road, mountains. Oh, you need a road. I wish I could break down these mountains and make my life a lot easier. Oh yeah, they're drunk, aren't they? Oh no. Right, let's go to the apartments and sleep off their drunkenness. We'll say, I don't know how this game is to watch, but it is actually quite pleasant to play. Keep sleeping. My goodness, these guys are not sobering up. Come on. Sober up. Wow, they're really... That bender really put them through it, didn't it? Wow. There we go, at least one sobered up. My character's still messed up. Right, let's set on our way. Oh, my cat's coming back to say hello. She likes to jump off my lap, sit on my computer side, and then jump back on the lap. Wow, this is overheating really easily. You know what, let's just stop. What's the forecast? Let's cool the engine down a little bit. Maybe use 11. So what I've noticed is if you use 10, you'll do 100. If you use 11, you'll do 200. So you might as well just use the 11, take the hit. But I will just give these guys a little rest. Let's sleep through the storm. Right, let's set back off. So those dust storms, they cause a lot of heat by the looks of it. And I initially didn't mind that they cause so much, but now that I've been playing for a bit, I realise you have to use a lot of water, especially when you'll only be using one normally. Oh, let's watch that sunrise. Makes people a little bit happier. Perfect, and we've made it. So scarce item, they've scarcely got any. Medicinal herbs, which don't sell for a crazy amount. Hopefully I can upsell. Yes, nice. And the ammo you can upsell, definitely. But you don't get paid a lot for it. But then I'm making the ammo on my own back, so it's not like I've got a big cost going into it. So I can actually take a bit of a loss with the ammo, because we make it ourselves at no cost. What have they got abundantly? That's the good question. So eggs, fish, mushrooms, ore, wood. Alright. I'm just thinking of where's going to be the best place for us to go. Because I wouldn't mind doing stuff over by these mountains. Because this is the other base that we can start working on. But we really came here. I forgot what I came here for initially. Let's hire some people. So can I hire a worker for 700 or a farmer for 500? I'll hire a worker. Nope. So we've got this person, and why don't we grab... You know what, while we're here, let's grab another... I'll just hire a farmer. I don't need anyone that's expensive. Cool. See, I've noticed there's a lot of people in the settlements. So you've got people that look like robots from near, you've got... I don't know how to describe it. Some of them are unique. You've got the press. They're always around. Oh, if someone's drunk and they use the bathroom, that's interesting. It'd be very interesting to see how that works. I've never actually noticed that. Right, I'd say we head on over back to base. So yeah, it's not exactly a long journey, but important one. Need to get those people in. 172 for beer. Yeah, we really want to stop producing beer. Wow. Yeah, we'll make this work. I forgot to grab any stuff, which is a shame. Any building materials, which I should have thought about, but can you do? But what I can do is get someone assigned to this. Who, to be fair, their crafting is actually really good. They're going to end up making extra. Wow! So for the same input, they're making 4 medicine instead, which is incredible. And what skill is it? It's crafting. So if I increase their crafting by using some books, I wonder if when they get to 20 they'll produce more. So it seems to be if they have a certain level and it's below, they won't produce enough. So say for example, level 15 farming is required, they have level 30 and they only produce 9 fruit versus the 10. So hopefully we can upgrade them a little bit and they'll start producing more. The farmer produces nothing, but we can work with that. Seems to be the first levels really have an effect. So we'll leave Paul Atreides to man the fort. Then I think we should go wherever has building materials. But where is the nearest place with building materials is the question. Is it here? Is it here? It's here. They need wood, sugar, charcoal, canned fruit, scallops, shrimp. We don't produce any of that. You produce wood, so let's do this journey. I think that works. Sugarcane and tea. Does anyone require sugarcane and tea? That seems like it'll be a decent journey. Let's go. Oh, we're a little bit tired. Could have slept off before we went, but what can you do? Let's keep the ball rolling. Human flesh. It's not a chance of infected meat for you there, friend. Sorry. How's everyone doing, by the way? Is everyone good? Man of pass, yep. What's that? 2 much ammo. I'm gonna afford to this a little. No, I'm just going to keep the ammo. We're just here. But they needed, was it wood? Yes. Wood, sugar, charcoal. I think they only have wood here in abundance. Yeah, so we'll just buy a good amount of wood. A few thousand worth. Head over, it'll pay for the journey. We're not going to end up with enough construction parts regardless. You know, actually. Stop here, then we'll go there. Let's go. So we've got 14 days of food, which is more than enough. I know we've got way more than, yeah, 49 days of water. And you see, when the conditions are worse, you slow down. You're still using the same amount of fuel per hour as any other condition, so you want to be careful with that. This is the idea. We want to be going 40 kilometers an hour. This is where we can really make some speed up. So this case, so you see there's 0 risk right now. So I always do a careful search. Still got attacked by the sounds of it. So the audio cue is we're definitely being attacked. So we don't know, it could be 11, which is fine. We'll give it a try. 53. So I know if I attack them in melee right now, I will take damage. So what I'm going to do is start shooting at them and just whittle them down, hopefully, and sorry this is loud, until they're below 34. So now they're below, we can melee kill them. You can end up, you know, we'll just huck them down. And then let's leave and continue on our journey, because I don't intend to, once it's over even 10-20%, I have no intention of, you know, gaining any more. Just because the hordes can get bigger, and once they get bigger, you're in a lot of trouble. You are in a lot of trouble. So, yeah, just keep it nice and low, reserved, take on what you can, and just shoot at what you can't. Interestingly though, I probably used around 30 bullets in that encounter, just because when you're firing volleys you're using like 4 bullets, so you have to be pretty careful. Well actually, people are getting quite tired, so I'll rest them for a little bit and continue on our way. Because the issue is when you're in this land you can't really do too much. It's because of the swamp you can't rest. So I should have really rested them beforehand, but I do have one thing which is a little bit of a cheat. It's coffee. So you drink a coffee. Oh, we're out of coffee, I thought I had some. Oh no! Well, we won't cheat and use coffee. We're just going to have to rest the old-fashioned way. Always like, I've had that encounter before, always like to bury them just because it feels like the best option to do in this case. Just because virtue is quite a hard resource it seems to gather. So we can, there is a inn here, so we can rest. And our stress doesn't seem too high, so I'd like to rest first. There we go, brilliant. And let's head back to the store and sell some of those scarce items, which is the wood in this case. I was hoping to get a little bit of a markup, but what can you do? Now, building materials, they are not the cheapest, but if their base price is 250, unit price is 132, it's really not that bad. As long as we're not paying more for it. I needed, how many do I need? I think it was 4 for my initial upgrade, so I think 12 would be a good amount for now. Bargain! What can you do? What can you do? Is there any other abundant resources? Now, medical supplies, they can sell for quite a lot if you find the right city, but I don't know if I'm going to be around that said city. I think it would be heading back in. You know, I actually think it will be heading back. I think that's the best option here, is to just head back. Because I have certain upgrades I need to do, and if I don't do them, it's going to be a big hassle, and it will save me a lot of issues later on. So we have the food, we haven't got that many tyres actually. I think after this it'll be a tyre hunt. Oh, we're going to have a little look through. So we don't go into rivers very often for where we are on the map. Ooh, cacti. Let's burn them down. I tried to run through these earlier, which causes quite a bit of issue. And actually, while we're here, let's cool down the engine a little bit, just because it's quite overheated. Set back out. It's nearly out of the swamps, which is nice. And from when the game first started, the cabin's definitely upgraded, which is nice. So I'm hoping that I ran into one place which had a physical trailer upgrade, which was awesome. So I'm hoping that we can upgrade that soon enough. Right, let's have a little look of here. So let's just carefully. Some scrap, free-form materials, some normal items, nothing too crazy. But I get out of here, I don't want any issues from the locals. And we've had a few people join us. If anyone's got any questions, please ask away. so quite slowed down due to the rain and the bad terrain. Hey! It is going okay. We have arrived with, well, first stop, no issues. Brilliant. That is all you can ask for with this game. Just to mention, this game came out today on Steam. I think it was in early access before, but I couldn't buy it. I think it was limited on that front. But picked it up today, and it's been really good, honestly. I've been really enjoying it. What do they have abundantly that we might need? Maybe pick up some fuel. So with fuel, I always recommend if you get the game, just always go for under 0.4 whenever, just before that jumps up. Best price. Fuel is always good to stock up as well, because you'll end up just absolutely blown through your fuel reserves at one point or another. And Oasis is always nice to visit, makes people a little bit happier. As you can see, my people are starting to get a little bit tired, but because we're so close to being back now, there's no point really resting. Starlight City, a once small village, this place has fallen into decline, but our Enterprise can return to it. Well, that's what we're here for. Alright, let's manage the city and do some upgrades, which is what we got back for. Oh really? Well, let me turn up my mic a little bit. We turn on the game. Turn on the mic. Thank you for your feedback there, News from Scotland. I mean, this is, I think, my third ever stream, so just trying to balance it all out a little bit. How's this? Is that any better? Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely a learning curve. It's been very good. Or a little bit more. Now, is it, do you think, a case of I'd need to turn down the game? Because the game is actually really loud. I've turned it down to 24%. We'll try that for a little bit and see how it goes. Wonder why it's so quiet on your end. Or just in general. I'll try and troubleshoot that, but I don't want to stop for too long for you guys who are watching. Let's upgrade that farm. Oh, there it goes back to being loud. Right, hopefully we've got a few good jobs now. Yes, we've got more farm jobs, which is brilliant, so we can produce more. Oh, we can produce honey. Ah, okay. So this is how we produce chicken and eggs. This is how we produce milk, rawhide, pork, and honey. Awesome. Okay. And here I imagine is like the other, yeah. So coffee, rubber, spices, tea, wood, fruit. And this one, sugarcane, veg, medicinal herbs, other. Imagining a dilemma as to what to produce. So I can produce beer and sell it via contract, which I think would actually be really good for us. Currently producing medicine, which will be quite good. I'm producing flour. Actually, I think going for beer would be a really good choice for us at the moment. I need to go on another hiring run, but it's going well. Then maybe produce more wheat as well. Yeah, I think that'll be it. So produce 3 water a day. How much does the beer need? So, but yeah, 1 water every 7 days, that's fine. We need to find someone that's crafting, so I think it'll be a normal person. We'll do a normal save here, just because we're over library, so every time you see a library, always do a full save. If anyone's interested in this game, I know it's 20% off on Steam. It cost me, I think, £5.50 So it's pretty good for the price, honestly. I think I'm definitely, when I base a game or play a game, I like to at least get like sort of £1 per hour, at least. This is definitely going to live up to that and beyond. Don't think I need the buoyancy. See, we've got some crude rifles, but it's that steel pipe I'm after. Ah, this is how we make it. So I need a metal club and a bat. I'd probably afford that, to be honest. Let's try it. It's a steel pipe. There we go. Interesting. So now we've got a rifle. Oh, we had a musket already. Ah, it's them which had a rifle. Okay, so now we've got 2 rifles in the team, which will be hopefully beneficial. Hopefully something tries to kill us, we can kill it first. Right, let's head to the bar and have a drink to get our stress back load, and then head to the apartments have a rest. Now, one thing we could do in the bar, I've never done this. Who needs to sober up? Me. Let's go for it. I can already imagine that a toilet has been absolutely abused then. Can't imagine Apocalypse Moonshine will be doing anyone many favours. Alright, let's restart this journey. Now it is heading back to the same town we've just been to, which is a shame, just because we need to go and hire some more people. Because our town's prosperity isn't at 12 yet. So actually, can we upgrade it to 12? Let's have a look. Is there anything we can upgrade to increase our prosperity? We can do it with this, but we've not quite got the materials to do that. Don't think the depot will affect it. But maybe abandoned light industry, actually. That could work. That very much could work. Oh, I'm going to have a little quick save, and we're going to give it a go. Actually, forget quick save, I'll do a hard save on this one. Because I don't want to do it and it turn out wrong, and then we'll try upgrading this. Oh my goodness, it's loud, sorry about that. Oh, yes, 12 prosperity, brilliant. Now I don't have to go on a long journey for no reason. Right, and we need another farmer. No one's available to hire now, but at least we got someone. Then let's go to manage city. Sorry about this taking so long, guys. Yeah, it's just getting everything set up. Basic light industry, that. So the farmer would not be good at that, but what I can do is start upping the wheat production with a farmer. And go from there, really. Let's see, is there anything we want to take on our journey? We'll definitely take the ammo, because I don't think they actually need it in town. Maybe a little bit. But let's see if they actually produce... Yes, they've started producing meds. Brilliant. Because the meds actually do sell for a nice chunk of change, and they're producing scrap as they're selling with contracts. Just got to make sure they're producing contractable items. Or we produce quite a lot of water we could probably take a little bit more from. Brilliant. Is there anything else to upgrade? Well, we can build that. Sorry about the noise, it is quite loud when it upgrades. Shouldn't be as loud for you guys, but it feels it. Oh, we've been attacked! Uh-oh. Oh no, do we have no one who can fight? Oh no! Well, that's not good. I need... Ooh. How do we recover from that? We've just lost the defender. Now we're under risk of attack. Oh no! That didn't quite go the way I wanted it to. Let's head to the bar, see if there's anyone we can recruit. No. Alright, well I think the person we just had a moment ago who just got upgraded into a new job is sadly gonna have to leave it. Take one of the wheat producers. Oh no, do we not produce wheat? That might explain why I was thinking there wasn't that much of it. Let's then take the ore producer, because we do have quite a lot of ore at the moment, and then switch them over to be one of the guards. Don't have a lot of attack though. No, let's take my companion and make them the defender, because I think they'd be able to actually kill quite a few. Ideally anyway. You can join me, let's get you some equipment. Don't know if I have a melee weapon for you, but I can craft one. So let's do bat. I feel like that's always a solid choice. Actually, we can... yeah, I think that's a solid choice. Don't think we have any headgear for you, no. Alright, let's head off to that town and recruit some people then. So, back to the original plan, let's get some recruits. I don't want to use too much of our money doing this, because you could end up in this rut of you don't have no money and we need to sell produce, and this gets a bit cumbersome. Oh, toxic fog. Let's all heck out of there. We can sell a little bit of the ammo. Right, let us get to the bar, go to the labour market. Let's just hire a worker. And then labour market, let's hire a farmer as well, just to add to the numbers. And then, okay, there's no one else available. I would have been too greedy. Let's head over. Hello there, Psychon. What's your thoughts on the game so far? Have you got any questions? Yes, just released today. It's been quite good so far. I would say for the price it is, if you're into sort of like, you know, management-y, but also going out and doing stuff, it sort of gives me that vibe of Mad Max. It does feel good, especially for the price. It's 20% off until the 18th, I want to say, so it's quite good. So that has increased our defences. So essentially, just to explain to you, Psychon, what I'm doing now is you end up sort of spawning with your truck and you'll have two locations to visit. This is one of those locations, and what you do is you bring resources back to this city, construction materials and people, and then you can actually make them citizens and they will do things. So in this case I'm building up productions to basically start farming really, and we make medicine here and start to refine that, and then the further down the chain you go of refinement, the more money you get. So for example, I've just made advanced light industry and I can, wow, I mean look at this. There's really a lot of effort that needs to go in to make this stuff, but if you put the effort in, you'll get a lot of money out of it. Which is what we're all after, really, isn't it? So you can turn ore into salt. Interesting. maybe let's spend the night here and then we'll head off back into the wasteland. Oh, actually, what we can do we have any items here? Let's head into the depot. We can take some resources for selling. Haven't really got any meds. We've got a little bit of flour. We don't use too much of that. Let's take the ore. We can go sell the ore. Actually, let's take the ethanol. We don't really have a use for that. Let's take the ore. So what is your currency is scrap. Now, at certain cities you can turn scrap into creds, but I don't really need to. It doesn't take up too much space. And you have so many issues with your truck to worry about. It can be bogged down by weather. It can be, you know, affected by issues. When you're going around the map, so certain area of effects, so when it's plain land like this, you'll drive on roads. When it's like this and swampy or wooded, you'll slow down to go alongside that. With swamps, you can't take a rest. Your players, your characters in your truck, they'll all switch between driving, but they'll all have different needs. So you'll have hunger, fatigue, stress, and thirst. I'd say the most pressing out of all of these is stress. If stress maxes out at 300, they'll do something. In my case, when it happened by accident, they ended up setting fire to the fuel reserve and burnt off nearly all of it when I just refueled it, so it ended up being pretty costly. With thirst, they can auto drink. You can set them to auto eat if you need to, just on the automation tab here, and it works out, honestly, but you just have to keep a little bit of an eye on it. What's fun is going through this crafting menu and figuring out what you need. So say, for example, you think, oh, in my case, I thought, oh, I can just make building materials. Pig iron, extremely hard to get 80, for example. Or in this case, you know, you make things to increase cooling for your engine, you know. There's cool little features on this game I'm quite liking so far. Now, they are quite difficult, and they're not explained very well, I've noticed. So it is a lot of figuring it out. Thankfully, I've been playing this for probably the best part of 5-6 hours now between the two streams. So I'm getting more used to it. Getting more used to it. It's not a very high success rate for that. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of mechanics. It's not all fully implemented yet by the looks of it. So all the stuff I've just mentioned is, but you'll see on the map, you'll get missions to say head to a road construction bureau, which isn't functioning yet. There's also infection. So I didn't actually realise this game even had zombies and whatnot. Well, infected. They don't really mention what they are, but it sounds like zombies. And essentially when you're driving between areas, there's always an infection chance. The longer you stay in one place, the more infected there will be. And then if you look at the map here and you see a ring surrounding, that means that area has got more infected than normal, and there'll always be a risk of an attack no matter what you do. So it's more in depth than you'd think, which is quite cool. Alright, what I'm going to do now is find where can I sell some of these items I've got. So I've got a good amount of ore. Where can I sell that ore? And coffee, actually. Actually, when I think of coffee, I think of someone over here. Yeah, they take coffee. So I'd over here. What I'll do before I go is this. You see me do this a lot. I'll go to the libraries and just save where I can, and then just head on my way. Actually, do you have any weapons? No. The only thing I wish happened is if you unequipped a companion, they gave back their weapons. Sadly, they don't. So you just kind of have to go around and just craft them yourself. But then I guess if they didn't unequip them, they would keep them on them maybe in their job. I'm not sure, actually. Well, actually, that could be quite good. Crowbar. Ah, no. Didn't mean to do that. So even from this list, you can see just how extensive it is. It's like, there's a lot of different things you can make up, which is quite exciting. Right, let us get on our way. Oh, just before I go, there's no repairs needed? No, good. So there's other things to worry about. So you see at the top you've got your fuel. I've made myself a bit more fuel efficient by this point through upgrades, but you're not always going to be so. And water. So I have the base producing water, which I'll take a load out of and take with me. That's probably going to be your biggest enemy to begin with. One thing, drawing your eyes to the bottom of the screen just to here, and you'll see this. So you see how that's -9? That's brilliant. We can't overheat. Normally you're going to be increasing in heat like this constantly. When that maxes out, if you don't stop yourself, your engine will be damaged. You would normally get one fair attempt at you'll be okay, and it'll let you off if you cool the engine down. Yes! Meeting people has effects. But yeah, no, it's quite cool. But make sure you keep your engine cool. Just stop, set up camp, and have a rest, cool down the engine, you'll be fine. So in this case there's a sandstorm, which means that essentially you can't really do anything, so I might as well let my people sleep and rest and use the forecast if it works. Isn't in this case, just to see when it will run. Your people will actually build up relationships with each other as well, which is interesting. So if you have two people which will hate each other, they'll get into scuffles, whereas if they like each other, I think they have better like perks together. It's not really been explained, but when you're driving you'll actually see text bubbles appear in the centre of the screen explaining what's going on. Yeah, it's very much, it gives you the feel of Mad Max. So just while we're waiting for, actually I'll cool down the engine a little bit. Normally I wouldn't at this point, but might as well. When you go into crafting, you go into combat, you can see you can get a cannon rack, you can get like cannons for your actual truck, which I think is awesome. There's a lot of upgrades like machine guns, mounted blades. Oh, it's absolutely awesome. I love it. So I'm very interested to see how it goes, really. Right, let's keep resting. Forecast isn't getting through. So the issue you'll run into is when camping like this, as you can probably see, is my risk meter is going up now. So what that means is there's a higher chance of me being attacked than usual, which no one really wants, I guess, to be attacked by the undead while they're chilling out of their camp. But I've given him a rifle now. I've got a good amount of ammo, so if they do attack, I should be okay. So I still can't actually move at all. And here they are. We're being attacked. So what we're being attacked by, so I see there's 18 of them. So this is one really key thing to take into account. There's 18 enemies attacking now. The melee is 20. So that means that I can confidently melee them without using up any ammo because I know my amount is higher than theirs. If it's less, you want to shoot at them to reduce their health. So that's the only thing I've noticed which is different, it felt, to other games. Wow, this has taken a long time. I should have really checked the forecast before I set off, because now it's just waiting for this to end, otherwise I'm just stuck now, just to be attacked like this. I can't really run or fight, so they're 31, see how it's higher than my attack? Now I know I need to start shooting, which in this case, we're not super accurate until they get closer, but because they're a lot higher than us, we want to keep attacking until they're whittled down to under 20. There we go, now I know we're higher. We'll kill them without being injured. It's always good to bring meds with you if you can, but sometimes it won't be applicable. 1 hour, brilliant. Let's just rest for a little bit and then we can set off. Yes, finally, we're off. Woof. That was not super pleasant. You get stuck down. I went through days worth of food there. Thankfully I had a lot of water and a lot of fuel to get you through, but it's always that little bit stressful. And Psychon, if you're enjoying this stream and it's helped you out in any way, a follow would be unbelievably appreciated. Just because it's a really small channel, it really helps me. Thank you so much. Ah, we can fire that. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, it really helps out, I've noticed. So, as you might be able to tell, it's a channel which has been around a little while, but I just thought, you know what, I really want to get into streaming. And it's been fun. I like these smaller sort of indie style games. This is where I get my joy from, really. Let's guess I saw some coffee beans, which, ooh, nice little increase on that. Wonderful. Buy a few tyres as well. So, one thing I haven't mentioned so far is your tyres will burst on your truck and your people automatically change them. Now, I'm probably going to get out of here if I can. Yeah. Just because in cities like this, which are surrounded, they can get attacked. Versus like the fetid swamp, this one over here cannot be attacked. But what I need isn't there, which is annoying. So, but in these ones you can actually do stuff. So for example, I wouldn't normally be able to extract fuel, but this one I can actually search. So I got 600 fuel from that, which is really nice. Yeah, some of those indie games where you think, oh, you know what, how long can I get out of this? I mean, my RimWorld's probably up to a few hundred, I think 200 hours now. I mean, I remember my Mount and Blade Warband games, that was like 500. Oh, goodness. I think my most hours on the game is I don't know if you're familiar with RuneScape. That's probably looking around I think 3,500, 4,000 now. Definitely been playing that one for a while. I'm gonna head over to this fuel cache just because I've never been. You know what? I've never been to the bank either. I want to see if that's an implemented feature. Oh yeah, Warframe's nice. Wow. That is an impressive amount of time. Gotta love them. Gotta love games like that. It's just, oh. It's the replayability, which is what makes those games phenomenal. Nice. Now my character's stress is starting to get a little bit high, so ideally we'll find somewhere that can rest. Well, that's interesting. Wow, that sounds like it's difficult. That is pretty much it, right? You just gotta like... Oh, I haven't played in years, admittedly, but it is quite interesting how it all works on Warframe. Where it's like you're... What is it? You're getting parts of the frame and then you end up like making it up, and this is pretty cool, all in all. Alright, this town we want to go to. I'm trying to remember, I played it on console quite a few years back now, admittedly, but I do remember it. And I remember like how quick you'd have to go, and sometimes to extract you just have to like blast out of there. Missions, how you could speed run some of them. It's all pretty cool. I think from just what the games you're mentioning, I think you'll enjoy this game. It takes a little bit to get used to, but it's not crazy, honestly. Uh-oh. I've accidentally got into a fight with bandits. Oh, am I okay? Oh, I got out. I just didn't go. Awesome. I'll take that if I can get away. my stress is nearly there, so let's sort that out. So in this case, what you do, just go to the bar, have a drink, and then we were on like what, 280 stress? Now we're down to 160. Now I would always head to the inn, ideally normally afterwards, but my people were really tired and they'd start kicking off otherwise. So I'd probably head to the bar again, have another drink, get through that, and then just spend a moment in the bathroom just to soberize myself. And there we're good. Stress is reduced to under 100. The other guy's 0, so that's really good. You could stay longer and reduce even more, but it's not necessarily worth it, to be honest. So what we're looking for now is, do we have anything scarce that we'd want to sell to them? And do they have anything abundant we would want to buy to sell elsewhere? Now rubber's quite a good one for selling. Ooh. Let's have a look who nearby would want some rubber. They produce wood, this place wants wood, so we can definitely pick up some wood there. But who would want the rubber nearby? So this Crude Town would want the rubber. And the tyres if they make any. No, they don't. I think I know the route I'm going to go now. Head from here, head around, and then loop back on myself to get back to the city. I think that should be a fairly profitable run. So let's get back into the city. Let's head to the store, abundant items. Let's get a good amount of wood. So you'll notice there's a top bar. I think I might have already gone over this, but there's a top bar where as you increase the amount you're taking, you're increasing the unit price. You're trying to get the best profit possible, so you want to leave a little bit in there, and hopefully your bargaining skill will be good enough for you to gain some extra. In this case, we've pretty much used up all of our scrap, but we've made a tidy profit on it, or we will make a tidy profit. Have a little save before we go, and off we go. So head there. Do we head there? Not really. Head there. So you can plan your routes out pretty well in advance, as you can see there. So I know I'm going on a 3,000 kilometer journey. So yeah. Let's have a little look at what you just said. Oh, driver's still drunk. Pretty much, yeah. So you're aiming to end up a run with scrap that's paid for your trip. You've got enough to upgrade your truck, which you can actually do in town, so we're actually still in the city. Some towns you can't, but if you find a town where you can repair your truck, you can upgrade. So in my case, I've upgraded the fuel efficiency, I've upgraded the comfort of the truck, just makes it more pleasant. I've also increased, say for example, parts, a radiator, so it just makes makes it more efficient at cooling down. It just adds a lot to it. So in this case, I'm just going to quickly head to the bar, go to the bathroom, so my guy's to the bathroom, so he's less, oh, he still feels drunk. Let's keep it going. So at this point we're just trying to make it so my guy is not drunk so we can leave. So interestingly enough, this game won't let you drunk drive, which I think is fair, as you should never do that either way, so it just enforces that on you. I should have bought more food, but at least I'm going to a place where I can buy some now. Yeah, I'd say once you unlock a base and you can start upgrading it, I'd focus all your trades around then ending up back at your base with net maybe 5 to 10,000 scrap. Spend that on building materials and people. A normal person, you're looking at 500. A specialised person, you're looking at about 700. And then you can use those to produce items. So you use it once you've put that initial cost in. They don't cost you anything else other than you need to defend that base then. So right now it's producing bullets, it's producing food, it's producing water. So some of the big resources you're going to spend a lot on, it will just make, which is quite nice. And then eventually you can make those supply chains up to make more refined goods. I've no doubt that once you have a fully upgraded base, you can use it to do everything. That's not great. Ram your way through? Yes. Okay, we've lived. That could have ended really badly. At least it's snowing, so I don't have to worry about cooling down my truck for a little bit. And just like this, we start to sell the goods. So you see, when it's at the top unit price, you're getting 43 an item. Bring that down to 26. You're still going to make money, but you're not going to make as much money per item. But you're still going to make solid profit. Then what you want to buy is all the abundant items. Let's have a look at the next town we're heading to. What do they need? They need tyres, fruit and rubber. So when we're in this town, see there's still more rubber we can buy. 15.8. Base price is normally 25, so you're nearly doubling your money. If I can get a discount? No, sadly not. So whenever I'd always try going for a discount, because even if it fails, you're going to end up doing well, honestly. Let's get there's some food for my characters, which ends up costing a fair chunk, but can't really do anything about it, sadly. Even though that didn't really affect the amount of days they can have. How are they doing? Fatigued a little bit, but we can get to the next town, I think. Oh, actually, probably not. We'll give it a go, though. Actually, while we're here, I'll cool down the engine. So you'll notice if you are just sitting around, it will pause. So any events that happen, it will just pause, which is quite nice. Just to mention as well, when you're going to end up getting used to, you'll need water to cool down your truck to reduce the temperature of the engine. You'll get two types. You'll have drinking water and you'll have wastewater. The game will initially use wastewater first. What's also good to note is that if you use 10 water, you'll do 100 reduction. If you use 11 water, you'll do 200 reduction. So it's actually worth just going for the 11, to be honest with you. And I'd always have a minimum of 2 people in your truck at any one time, because you'll see as fatigue goes up, the other driver will take over. During sandstorms, it's always best to sort of stop and just maybe rest, have a sleep. If you can, in this area we can't sleep, sadly, so it's just repeat resting. Though we can technically move to get out of the risk zone, which is what I do. Just because your temperature will go up massively otherwise. So it's like right now, if I'm just letting go, and then it would just stop because you've arrived somewhere, for example. I didn't arrive in a city. I don't know who it is that's arriving in the cities to do that. I thought I arrived somewhere when I didn't, which is interesting. Maybe a little glitch. So I've got nothing for this guy yet. It doesn't tell you how many days between, it'll just give you a rough kilometre range, and then it's sort of... it's just guessing by that point, admittedly. But it does tell you the exact distance, but then weather conditions will slow you down. It does have an effect, so now we're back on roads up to 40 kilometres an hour. If you end up going off the road, you end up going a lot slower. In my case, the town doesn't like me, so you've got to pay a toll to get in. So... might need to buy some Metropole. If they had a bar, you could buy someone a drink and make them like you, but sadly in this case they don't. But it doesn't stop them spending a ridiculous amount of scrap with me. I could improve relationship, but I'm not going to because I'd lose a lot of money. I do need to make this a worthwhile trip. So if I look, what do they need? They need ration. No, they need salt, sugar. What do we produce here? Fuel, clothing, milk, they needed any of those. Shamefully not. They need any of those. Rations, wood, dried vegetables, salt, pork, dried chicken. Again, no. So this town isn't great. It's good for dropping off at Crude Town or picking up fuel and moving rubber, but it's not great for anything else, sadly. Especially when you can rest for free on the roads, but you have that risk of infection. But when you initially do it, very rarely do you get attacked. Uh-oh. Run away! Let's burn some fuel and run. Oh no! Let's do it again. Oh no! That is not good at all. Oh goodness. So, we're probably about to die. Ah, we bravely ran away with no fuel left and a nearly destroyed truck. Right. Oh, it's gonna cost 700 scrap. Oh no. Alright, where's the nearest place I can repair? Over there? It's gonna, or at least refuel. Do I even have enough fuel to get there now? Is the worry. 720 kilometers. Oh yeah, we'll make that. Let's head over there. We're gonna have to end up refueling. Oh no, actually. Let's stop. Let's head back to Crude Town. That'll have really cheap fuel. So that's one of the things that can happen. Get attacked and then escaping. Because I knew that group we'd just die against if we tried. So might as well just try and live. Oh, and it's 200 scrap to get into. Brilliant. I use my clout at this point. Let's get some fuel. While it's under 0.4, it's the best value. If it goes over 0.5, it's not worth it anymore. You might as well just stock up at many places for 0.4, because they never really go for more than that. Then discount, brilliant. Now we get out of here. We lost a bit, but we didn't lose too much, so we can live with that loss. But I know for a fact I ain't going near any broken down cars again. Absolutely not. Continue. Oh no, the engine's cold. Oh, there we go. Whew. Oh no, you're all good. I haven't really missed much. We got attacked, but I managed to get away, but used a lot of fuel and we nearly died. So thankfully we got away from that. We've made it here, so let's have a little look at what to get. So I'm hoping to produce beer soon because beer sells really high. So we should start producing that any time now, which is nice. Working on them producing bread afterwards. And we don't really have enough now to buy any fuel, sadly, or any building material on this run because it hasn't gone as well as was once hoped. I think I need some wood on the rest of this run. Does anyone want wood? Yes. Some abundant items, let's buy that wood. No, you don't have to start from scratch, you'll go to the last save. So the game auto-saves a lot. You might notice I auto-save a lot as well, just in case. But yeah, it'll just go to the last save. I don't know, there's no difficulty settings at the moment from the look of things. Oh, actually, tell a lie, there is. I don't know what it is, but when you start the game, it asks you which level you want. So you have to start with tutorial. I don't think you have to, actually. But it'll give you tutorial, which I'd recommend doing. It's quite simple. And then I think the world itself, you can pick the difficulty. Yeah, more RPG-like in that sense. Oh, they're exhausted. Time to make sleep for a bit. So what I'm going to quickly do is I'm just going to head to the toilet really quick. I will be back in just a moment, okay? I'll keep it live, but I'll be back in just a minute, okay? Alright, I am back. Sorry about the wait there. So we are returned. So let me continue on the journey. Thank you. Ah, that's why I completely forgot I should stop the engine when you're in a storm like this. And you'll overheat quite quickly, as you can see down here. So seasonal impact and weather impact, 20. It's a lot of heat to be taken on. Forecast. No, I'll try and sleep for tonight, and just hopefully in the morning it'll be gone. No, maybe a double sleep. There we go. Now we can set off with no real issue. This doesn't always go. Ah, okay. It's not gone too badly. Materials, 2 gears. Yeah, some fibre. Okay, so what I do is I look down here at the heat. So one thing you can also do is set it so you automatically stop for dust storms, because they're the big issue. But I just look at the heat and the visual effect. No, I think it affects an area, but I would just stop because you'll overheat massively. I think the idea of the effects in this game are that you just wait it out. I think that's what they're mainly after. So we're nearing this town now, which has a bar, so I'll be able to calm my guy down because he's going a little bit upset. And then we sell off the wood we gathered on the way here. Get a few tyres as well. Yeah, it's a lot more in depth than it will look on the surface. There is a lot more going on for this game, which I'm quite a big fan of too. It's grown on me. Yes! Elite Dangerous being a space trucker, that is very similar to what we're doing here. It does have that vibe, doesn't it? At least with this, there's zombies and you don't have to fly next to the sun to refuel. You know what? That's one of the few games I haven't actually played. I bought it on a sale, but I just haven't got around to it yet. I think I should. Scallion pancakes, lunch there. Go on, we'll have some nibbles. But let's head to the bar and let's get a drink for the people. hopefully that's dealt with the stress. I'm trying to think of a way to reduce stress cheaper, but I'm yet to find it, sadly. Ah, so we head over. Medkit, ointment, penny milk cloth. We don't produce any of that, do we? No. Alright, I say we head back to our base and just bring back the loot we have. Though we haven't ended up with a lot of money, we should have a lot of goods back at base. Actually, do we have the food to do this journey? I don't think we do. I'm going to quickly head back there and get some food. I just only noticed we've got 1 day. Let's go for what's abundant. Oh, can we eat raw wheat? Let's try it out. Not by the looks of it, which makes sense to be honest. Scarce, abundant. What other meats have we got? Nothing really. And I think even one of these is going to be spended. Yeah, it's quite spendy, but we'll do what we must. No, definitely Darkest Dungeon. I need to get around to playing it. I know they released a second one. I saw the trailers for that. That looked quite good. But the first one, obviously, is what kicked it all off. So I do want to try that. I think they just die. To be honest, I think it just goes, yeah, you're dead. Individual character-wise, anyway. Because their hunger will end up filling up, and I think they just start to go. To be honest. Ah, no. Oh, that's actually not too bad. We've got medical supplies. Let's give it a go. Ooh. Actually, we're taking way more damage than I thought I would. Can we run away? Okay, let's run. Let's give him some healing, which we do have. Yeah, it wasn't the ideal outcome we were after there, but we can make it work. We can make it work. That's sort of the advantage of having more members in your squad, is that you can fight them off a little bit easier. It's that balance, really. But we'll be fine. Especially get back to base now. Now we're out of food, so this is going to be the interesting one. But we're 200 kilometers out. We'll live, I think. I hope. We're gonna find out. Ah, but I think he's hungry. No, he's not too hungry yet. We'll be fine. Alright, we made it back. Brilliant. I got a little bit worried, I'll be honest, but we managed. Managed city. Let's actually head over to depot. Says we've not got enough med kit, so let's chuck over 2. Hopefully that deals with the issue we're having med kit wise. The wheat obviously we can't actually use, so we'll just chuck it in because we are producing wheat, so we'll use it. So we've got a little bit of scrap we can take, brilliant. Meds are being produced now quite steadily. We might as well take a few of those to sell. City. I'll show you after I'm out this screen, my friend. Also take... Actually, we'll leave the ammo there, so when they're defending they can use it. We'll take a bit of fruit, though, for food. We'll also take a good chunk of water, because let alone just having water here, we can sell it. So we're up to that 20 fruit is only 2 days worth of food. So this bar is the top one, which is hunger. And then the bottom, which is thirst. You would think they'd be together, but they're not in this game for some reason. Alright, let's manage this. Actually, let me head into the depot. Can I do anything to make the food better? Is there anything I can take to sell a lot more of? Other than the water, not really. Hunger goes up. So this bar will increase until it gets quite high, and then they'll automatically eat. So through the automation tab here. I think high hunger, it reduces their stats, and then I think if it gets to max, they'll start to take damage, but they automatically will reload it. So that's something, at least. I don't really need to increase it more. One thing to mention as well, when you're upgrading, you still have levels with experience, which will be your trait points. But you can't actually use them without books. You start the game with 100 books, or you burn through them immediately thinking, oh, they're really easy to get. They're not. So just always bear in mind that you'll need books to upgrade. Alright, let me manage the city, make sure we've got people doing everything. No, we need someone on this. Okay. I'm just thinking, let's head to the bar. Labour market, let's just get someone cheap. We can just do something, at least they can produce a little bit, if not much. Wow, they're really bad. Not really much else to expect, admittedly, but they produce one ore. Oh my goodness. Wow, we need someone with high speech. I'll figure out how to go around that later. But at least 52% chance of attack, but at least we've got, you know, stuff here to defend ourselves with now. Definitely be upgrading the city when the opportunity arises though. Chicken egg might be a good one to produce. I know someone near us buys milk, I believe. Honey. No, actually honey would be good. Actually, now I think about it, I've been upgrading the medicine into meds, and I've got the ore, I've got rubber still. Now where to go to sell it? I know tyres, I can sell a few excess tyres here, but it's not quite a med kit yet. Even if I need to head somewhere a little bit more dangerous, I'm willing to do that to sell some of the stuff we have now. Actually, we might be able to use a feature. So what's that actually called this time? It's just called meds. Okay. So if I then go on map, I go to search, and I go for just meds. Go to needs. So Civitas needs it. Okay. So that's how we use that feature. I've been trying to figure out how to use this for a little while, to see if it makes life easier. It does a little bit, honestly. So now I know where I need to go. Perfect. So I will start heading down there, really. It's a few 1,000-kilometre journey, but we've got plenty of water. I've got no money. Let's hope they need something I have. Don't really want to sell all my bullets though. If I can get something, I'll do it. Someone that wants ore. And that's the issue I'm running into. I have all this raw production goods, but nowhere to really sell it at the moment. Well, I think we'll be able to make it there. Let's one session at the bar to reduce their unhappiness. We'll sleep outside of town. So, sorry, this is a screen I haven't shown. You actually can cook the foods. If you don't intend on, say, sharing them out, you can cook them for your people. That way there's a little bit better. Admittedly, I haven't tried more than one game, so I don't actually know yet. That is something I can find out fairly easily, admittedly. Right, what I'll do just while I'm here as well, I'll cool down the engine. Just a little bit and let's set up. Oh, they're quite hungry. Why are they not auto-eating? That's what I thought. I've re-enabled it now, but I don't know if it's just bugging out a little bit. So I didn't realise it doesn't really give them much satisfaction. So when you cook it, it's giving less, but it's satisfying them quite a lot stress-wise. So maybe that's the way of reducing their stress, is by giving them food they like. That's what I'm thinking. And interestingly enough, now it's winter in game. There's no seasonal impact for it being warm, so the engine isn't overheating. So again, we'll do the phenomenal quick save, have a little search carefully, don't want any issues, and take out some scraps and materials, iron, connectors are good, compounds good, then we just get out of here before we have any issues. Oh no! I should have known it. Run away! Infected meat! No! Bun fuel. Yay, we lived. I know at least, it might not seem it, but fuel's probably the easiest thing to get more of. Especially when it's cheap. Yeah, we need more food. When we get... they need food though. Actually, they produce chicken, so we'll be fine. That's not what I want to happen. Now we're slowed to a stop, essentially. Also mentioned, that was the checking tyres bit, so that's why you want spare tyres. They'll automatically just switch for them. We're going to need to camp and just rest out for a little bit, which is a shame. Oh, 13 hours as well. Oof. I'm just going to use the water and just keep going, to be honest. Just try and fight through it. Because we're 100 kilometers away, we're not going to do great. But the closer we can get to there, while we're out of food, the better, to be honest. Oh, in 2 hours it'll stop. We'll be okay. There we go. Right, let us get in here. Abundant chicken. Oh, ooh, it's expensive though. Don't think we can eat flour though. Just raw. What do they have scarce that we might have? Nothing. Oh no! Ren is this trapper. We're basically out of money. We're out of ammo. We're out of food. It's not looking great, to be honest. If I take them to the inn, I think I can pay for food. Yes. At least that deals with some of their hunger. Or if there's a quest at the bar to deliver something nearby. And that's a delivery to Crewtown. Maybe this will be another delivery. Reedville. Very heavyweight. Oh my goodness, but 8,000 scrap for one delivery will definitely take that. It'll increase our weight quite significantly, but it's quite a large amount of resources. So where do we need... Ah, okay, that's why it's so far. It's really far away. So this time task, let's have a look at it. So that's just going back home, pretty much. So do we just turn around? We can't. We're so committed to this journey, we might have to just finish it. We need food. See, this is where it gets interesting, because it's like, right, I need to sell the goods I have to get money, but if I don't go all the way, we're not going to have enough money. So it's definitely a pickle. So we can at least lower their food down to 0, but it's getting more. Anything else that's cheap? Not really. That'll be fuel, I gather, but it won't be any food. If I buy the chicken, it's just really expensive. Oh, I can get 2. See if I can bargain it down. Nope. So I got 2 chicken. Let's keep moving. Let's see if we can live this journey. Oh no. Keep going. When I get the chance, I'm going to see if I can cook up this chicken. And grilled meat, okay. So I want to see, because it's very expensive, will it give a lot of food? Yeah, okay, so that fills their food by 100. So they should be pretty good on that. It won't do it fully, but it will reduce it a little bit. Hopefully that gives us enough to do the journey, considering we're on no food now. And at least when we get there, we should make thousands. Cyclone, what's been your thoughts of everything so far? Do you think it's definitely one you're going to get? Yeah, I feel for the price compared to a lot of other games, it's pretty good, to be honest. What to do? Sometimes if you're in certain regions, you can go send your people hunting. Yeah, just from the games you described earlier, I think it would be a game you'd enjoy. Well, we're damaged by it. I just don't have the scrap to repair at the moment, which is a shame. Just gonna have to hunker down for a little bit. Yes, finally it's over. Watch sunrise, keep my costs as low as possible, keeping them happy. Alright, we've run out of food now, but I think we'll be good to get there. Yeah, I'm equally interested to see how this plays out. At least now that we're travelling up 40 kilometers. Oh, thank goodness! Thank goodness we've made it. So if all goes well now, I should be able to sell some stuff. I had something, I think. Okay, I've got some rubber. At least for even that 1,000 takes me a really long way now. Oh goodness. Oh, and the meds. Yes. Ah, shame I couldn't upsell it, but we got a good price for that, thankfully. So we're up to 3,000. So this is a livable amount. Now, what do they produce? Scrap, rations, tyres, and milk, bread. So what would they take? Tyres, wood, canned fruit. I'm seeing if anyone needs ore, because I do have quite a lot of ore still in the truck. Rising, no one needs ore because I'm literally the bullet farm of this world. I take all the ore. Oh no, do they need it? No, they all produce it, and no one uses it, which is a shame. Let's get their abundant items. Let's get some bread to eat on the journey. Maybe 30 bread. That's 6 days of food, yes! Oh, we're back in play. We're back in play. Let's grab a little bit more food. How much? Ah, you're expensive. Rations are quite expensive to begin with as well. Bread's normally quite cheap. We've got plenty of tyres. World map's a good size. Reminds me a bit of the Battle Brothers world map, if you're familiar. So it's not crazy big, but you've just seen the journey I've been on just getting from here to here. So going from one side to the other will definitely take a while. I mean, I can't imagine what settlements like at the end are like. I've not. I mean, maybe. Maybe these are the rivers the game talks about, because I can make something to make so I float in water, but I've not even seen water yet, like fresh water. It's not a swamp. Right, let me use this feature. Where would it be? Or needs trying to look for who wants ore. Ah, no one near me apparently. That's a shame. So I'll need to head back on myself. At least this time though. What do they need? They need rations, wheat, sugarcane, wood. You produce rations. So at least now I can start earning money on the way back. Reduce that stress nice and down because we're in a town. I think it's just worth doing. Just the max we can. And then just chuck your guy in the toilet. Perfect. And let's get out of here. Actually, maybe someone has a mission for us on the way back, because I would accept that if there's something nearby. So just because that's so out of our way, I wouldn't do that. Let's have a little look through, see if there's a mission we'd want to take. So this might take a second because there is quite a few options. So we tried. I'm trying to remember which one we did now. Was it you? Absolutely not. Let's try this person. Maybe you've got a respectable mission. That's not crazy. Nope. I just recognise the name. They really want you to go on a mission, don't they? Oh, I'll leave that be, to be fair. Let us start getting back then. Off we go. At least the rain and the weather effect will make us faster. I'm just moving on, I ain't messing with anything at the moment. And I only have a range of 1200 kilometers, so do you have fuel? We'll get back fine. I find it interesting, people aren't auto-eating anymore. Maybe in the inventory I can list it as a auto eat off, auto eat on, auto eat off. Okay, so they should be eating. Yeah, I don't know what it is, it literally. Collect some rain while I'm here. Yeah. Let's set off. I'll leave the range fuel-wise up because you'll see how we're doing 42 now, but again the fuel per hour does not change no matter how fast you're going. So if we get hit by rain again and we slow down, you'll see it just drop so significantly. Here we are, first stop of the journey. See, this is what I mean by they start talking to each other. They don't do it super often, but they do. In the case of where they don't have enough scrap. So you can let another faction in front of you, but then you'll only be able to sell maybe 2 or 3 and it'll be awful prices. So it's just not worth it at all if you're looking for money. That comes down to, is there anything I need? Not worth it. Actually, I might need to buy a little bit of fuel. Just maybe like a 200. I know, price for chicken does seem good. It's only 64. I like the idea that it's so expensive, but it's like, it's quite good. That's why I want to get to the point where my city can produce it. Technically they can now, but it wouldn't be easy. You know what I'll do? I'll actually hire a worker here and bring them back with us. So this is how you can acquire people for your squad that isn't like a person in the bar. The people in the bar tend to have better stats, but in this case it is just better for us to go directly over. What's this? Hey, nice. Got some problems. So it's moments like these. Ah, we're too close to sea. I'll try again when we're out. In the desert, so we can camp, kitchen, cook. And then I bet if I put these prawns in, we can cook them. Yes, so some seafood. And then our people can eat it, you know, either better stat, or it will be somewhat reduced, but it's never awful, generally. There is, they've... the union's clucking mental. Sorry, I really like that. Fun. No, so it's sort of one of those, I just need more people. And it's more money-wise, so I need to recruit a good farmer, go from there, really. Right, let's... Ooh, I think it comes down to you on that front, to be honest. So for me, it's been a bit easier to specialise into making medicine, but I feel like you can spread it around quite easily. Not be too upset. Yeah, it has to be glitched. Has to be glitched, because they've definitely got food to eat. This is tedious. Oh, I'll just eat that. You relieve only 50, which is interesting. I mean, for me, I'll actually show you fully what they're specialised in when we get back. Ooh, cargo containers. Let's have a little look. Uh-oh. Let's give it a try. Volley. We are starting to mess them up a little bit, actually. There's enough for us to melee kill them. Yeah, I'll show you when we get to the base. We're not too far off getting back now. You're... how do I put it? I think specialising to end up making an end product near you. So say for example, I want to get to make beer, but I don't know where I'd actually sell that, but I'm making ammo that I can sell here, and I'm going to make honey which I can sell here because it's so close to the main base. What do they need? They need tea leaves, coffee beans and milk, so I could technically make cows or whatever and make milk to send there. Tea leaves I can grow, I know, coffee I can grow. Here they want tyres, they want shrimp, scallop, ammo, so I'm making ammo now. They want med kits, which is what I'm working towards with the medicine. Like here they want rations, wood, dried vegetables, pork, dried chicken. You can make the chicken, yeah, so on and so forth. But it works, I think. I think it will work quite well. Right, while we're here, is there anything to sell? Sell some ammo. While we're here, might as well. And abundant, let's get that fuel in. Well, it's 0.4. Brilliant. Now we have a nice range. Nice range, I'll turn that off now. Right, let us... Ah, so this is earlier when you were mentioning, like, can we repair and whatnot. So this is where we can repair our thing. Just a scrap. It's a bit loud. This is where you upgrade. So there's two types of upgrades. I noticed there's two types of towns. Yes, it's quite cool. I'll point everything out to you on the HUD, but basically there's some towns where you can upgrade the trailer itself, and then some towns where you upgrade just the truck itself, which is what I'm doing here. Now the trailer, I've noticed they're not like loads of upgrades like this, it's just like, okay, you upgrade to a specific type of trailer, and there's a small and a large version, or normal and large. In this case, it's spending what starts at 2,000 with no cores to like 6,000 with one core, etc. to start upgrading. And it's quite neat. So this is all the stuff you can kind of do: max crude, tire durability, storage, comfort, hull, and health and use. Look in here. I don't know if my mouse is actually visible, so if it's not, please let me know. But you've got your fuel consumption, which I've reduced slightly now. You've got the comfort of the passengers, which I've increased. You've got your hull, which is normal. You've got the tires, which is normal, and then you've got the heat of the engine. If that gets up, that's when you're in trouble. It is visible. Perfect. Then you've got to do the season, which I didn't realise actually has an effect, just because I've never been in winter. Again, this is my first ever playthrough, so I've never been in winter before. So it's been quite interesting to see how efficient it is, because initially my, like, this, not great at all. Forecast, you know, because it's so soon, I'll just rest for 2 hours. Then continue. Now see, I'm only producing 1 ore in Starlight City, and I'm meant to be producing, I think, 5 every time, so the person who's there isn't well suited for that role. I'm hoping this person who I'm bringing in will be, and we're back. Whew! That was a, that was a bit of a stressful one, wasn't it? So what I'm going to do now, just because we're back, I'm just going to quickly save, because I don't want to lose that. Then manage city. So this is where it's being produced. So see, this is based off speech that person produces free. If I go to attribute point, and their initial upgrades normally upgrade them quite a lot. As you can see, the amount it will be upgraded by. So they're not quite at the 15 they want to be, but at least they're producing 4 rather than 5. You know, rather than 1, that is. But if you can get them over, they'll produce more. So this person, they need farming 5, but they're farming 8. Instead of producing 3 water, they're producing 5. So if you can actually get someone better, amazing. So let's just make sure they're actually producing. This is what I wanted to check. Ah, a great example actually is this guy. He takes 2 wheat and 1 water, and instead of making 4 beer, he's making 8, which is incredible, to be honest. I bet I can upgrade him. And the vice versa, this guy doesn't produce a lot. So it's interesting how that all works. You all want to upgrade, but you don't upgrade much. Yeah, there's a lot more to it than it looks. Hopefully I can get some more materials and start upgrading the base even more. For some reason, this almost reminds me of Kenshi, and I don't know why. I can't figure out. I think it's just setting up different like resource channels and getting someone doing something to produce a greater item. I don't know why. I'm just getting Kenshi vibes. Yes. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It feels like a weird thing to associate this with, but it does feel very accurate at the same time. Ah, milk and salt makes cheese. Okay. Make salt quite easily. Yeah. Oh, and they are janky. Right, let me... What role do I have the person available for? So I have a farmer available, farmer Aggie, Aggie. Oh, don't get me started. I'm on like 200 hours on one playthrough on that at the moment. I've actually, my proudest thing is I've met the developers in real life for X4. Yeah, I went to it's called EGX. It's an event in London that comes around every few years, and went in for that, and they were there showing off the game and the new tech update. That was pretty cool. I was hoping they'd be like selling something, but they weren't because there's no merch. But I took home like a little like sheet that they were handing out. It's really silly, but it was quite cool to meet them. They're a very dedicated team. Right, now what do we produce? I think I'll assign someone to farming. Assign Agi to farming. She isn't great, but she will do. As you can see, we can farm different things. So I want to farm fruit, but I don't really have a reason to, other than I want food here that I can use. But I can change it to be like coffee beans, rubber, spices, tea leaves, wood. So I can use it for other industries. Say I want to change this into making sugar, I'd need to grow sugarcane in one of those. Or even wood to charcoal, there's so many different things, oh my goodness. Actually, let's check end of line production. Have I unlocked medkits with this? Nah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it would work, but I'm actually tempted to stream X4, but I don't know if I have the heart to like start a new playthrough after so long. Because I think I'm on like 4 or 5 days when you log in the menu. Yeah, it's like you learn so every time you play, even if you've been playing for a long time with X4, you do change stuff. So I'm just thinking of the best way to assign this base. I think that's everyone assigned now. I'm just figuring out where to go to next on it. Because I definitely need to get some materials to upgrade the buildings, because I haven't got heavy industry, and I'm very interested to see what this unlocks. Because I have a feeling it's going to be something important. Ah! Okay, I can already see it. Building materials. So once we have that, we can actually self-build the base. Which will be really big for us, actually, on this. I'll figure this all out. Right, now, let's head into that depot and get some items. Well, no, scrolling. This is how fast scrolling goes in this, so it doesn't quite work. You do need to grab the bars and move them manually. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck for a long time. You do have to set sort of that, like, I want to do this today. Like, for me, on the game now, I've got, I think, 2 buildings for... what's it called? I've got 2 small, oh goodness, I've got, like, wharfs for construction of the ships. And what I run into is they need a lot of money and they need a lot of resources. So it's upgrading those, and I go, alright, I need to make a sustainable thing for, like, like the gases and all this, and I'll end up producing like 50 ships in the end, which take me like an hour, and it's crazy. It's like that early game to late game really starts to change it up, like massively so. That's what makes the game so fun, right? I need to get some resources, but I need to start heading on this journey. Yeah, yeah, the graphene, refined metal, hull parts. I started off with the Terran faction on X4, and then that's where I've sort of based off a lot of my ships. But then as you start to acquire the other faction ships, you're gonna start, mixing it up. That's when it starts to get pretty crazy. Just to say to anyone else which has joined the stream, welcome. We're playing this. I've forgotten the name. Dustland Delivery left me for a second there. And we're going to be working on it. We're currently just looking at upgrading our base and doing trades to get to that point. Now I've got a few missions to follow up, which will give us a juicy amount of caps. But while we're on the way to them, we're going to pick up stuff to sell. This case wood, because the next time we're going to has a demand. So might as well pick up a bit of fuel as well if they've got it abundant. Actually, they haven't got it that abundant, we'll leave it. Alright, let's roll. Oh, I might have. Might have said caps. I have been playing a lot of Fallout recently. Yeah, I went back to play Fallout 4 on survival, and I'm like, why did I not stream that? I've already done quite a lot of it, and it's been pain. But it's been quite good. Fun experience. Changes the game completely. So interestingly, if we stop here, we can actually forage for food or cut wood, which is quite interesting. Actually, you know what? I'm actually curious how much wood we would get, because I've never done this before. Oh, they're too hungry to, or tired to do so. You're just not eating. Oh, if we right-click them, we can just tell them to eat, which is definitely saves us some time on that front. What about yourself, Cyclone? What do you enjoy Fallout? And anyone else in the chat, do you enjoy Fallout? Got quite a few people in the call today. Automation's still on, which is why I think it's a little bit of a bug. It might be a reload, but we're on stream, so I'll leave it for now. Which is your favourite? That's always quite a I feel a controversial question to some people. Oh, I think are we? No. And right now, for anyone who's jumped in, we've got a few time-limited quests, so we're gonna head over and hopefully make some money. I enjoyed New Vegas, but my favourite, truthfully, was actually 4. I've got to be honest. Because I like this settlement building aspect. Okay, being honest, 3, I do get that. Yeah, 3 was quite good. I liked playing as my Brotherhood of Steel is my favourite faction in the Fallout franchise, so I did quite enjoy it. Oh man, keep stalling. Never thought I'd have this issue where it's too cold. Okay. I get that. It's like when you have that game which just changes your entire opinion on it. It's phenomenal. For me, one of the most, I wouldn't say impactful, but most like catching games I had, I'd say there were 2 that had big turning points for me. It was Mountain Blade Warband. That was the big one I got into that made me think, oh my god, gaming's amazing. And then I'd say Witcher 3. That was just like, to see what an RPG could be, that was incredible. I've spent about I'd say 200 hours on Bannerlord, and I do actually really enjoy it. But it just didn't have that impact the first one had on me, and I found that the mods took quite a long time to be at the level they are now, whereas when I started playing Bannerlord it was phenomenal. Also, with Bannerlord, I'd say sieges are a bit cooler because with better graphics, when there's a siege going on, you do kind of get that full effect of, oh my god, I'm really in this like massive brawl and melee. Whereas I'd say with, I did enjoy the sieges, but they weren't quite as impactful as, say, the second one. So I'm quite interested to see which games were most impactful. Okay, World of Warcraft, yeah, 100%. Admittedly, other than Final Fantasy VII, I'm not actually too familiar with the others. Oh, I forgot to buy Robin the other time. I'll admit, Sega Genesis was before my time. My first console was a 360. Or PS2, should I say, realistically. Wow. That's cool, though. It must be interesting to see sort of the development of games over time. That must be just incredible to see where it's come to. Oh yes, okay. So I'm just thinking which to go for next. Which area do we go through the most? I feel it. Is desert worth it? I have a feeling in the long run it will be worth it. Wowzers. No, we failed the crafting. Didn't even realise we could fail that. Wow, so you've definitely been gaming for quite a while. Do you remember what the first game you played on it was? Oh, Super Mario and Duck Hunt. No, I know both of those. That's quite cool. So, I mean, who wouldn't know Mario in this day and age, I feel. Well, let's get a... Oh, I think I've made the barrier already, actually. Let's get a barrier up. Actually, how do I do this delivery mission? Do I go... Ah, I need charcoal. Wow. So very young. Oh, shoot. Went that quite well there. Wow. So it has been a while into it. Oh really? So you'd have to like manually get involved quite heavily to set those consoles up? I mean, I heard about days of when, like, obviously I think this is definitely pre that, when it would be like, hey, you've got like, oh, how do I put it? You've got, oh goodness, what's the word for it? Like, I'm thinking of, like, I think it's Pong, or whatever it's called, the one where you have the two bars and they're like bouncing the ball back at each other. And that you had to actually code from a book they sent with it, if I remember correctly from what I was watching. I was like, that's crazy. A full connector, so you have to actually do it yourself. That's crazy. It's awesome though, in its own way. Now, how are we out of food? Ah, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know if I've even edited that feature yet, to be honest with you, Psychon, but give it a go. Might not have let it through, admittedly. Uh-oh. I think it's time to run, to be honest. I think it's killed the link, admittedly. Sorry about that, Psychon. I don't have the money to get in. Oh, yes, I've clout. Moment, I'm actively googling a fork connector as we speak. Oh, they look lethal. Oh my god. So what is it? Two would hook up to something and then you just plug that in? So I know a few people have joined us. How's everyone doing? Ow, my cat just readjusted on my lap and just clawed life out of my leg. Oh my goodness. Dingbat, please. Yes. Oh my goodness. Look at the amount of scrap we've got. Oh yes! 11,000! We're gonna eat. We're gonna live. So I am typing that in now. 1010112. See. Oh my goodness. That is terrifying. I, I'm not particularly good with tech to begin with, but that is intense. An Atari adapter. Wow, there's a lot going into that. It doesn't look particularly that safe either. Yeah, forks. What have we got here? Let's go ahead to Valleyville, sell some part. Wow. Well, we're gonna let them stay in the VIP suite. Let's give them some happiness. Yeah, that, to be honest, is wow. Just wow. You can't include that machine, that beast, and include the same term easy as pie in the same sentence. It's not, it doesn't work. Right, we're actually in a really nice spot for money. Let's get a worker. If I can get another, let's get a... Oh, I should have got a rancher. Oh well. Can you do? If there's a repair shop, we can actually upgrade as well, which would be quite nice. Now, I'm thinking... Max... Ah, oh, no, Max Crew is very expensive, actually. Maybe? Maybe Tara durability then. Let's get 2 in. Sorry, I know there's repairs allowed. That's it. Store anything abundant. Some building materials. Never say no to a few of those. Rations, flour, bread. We'll always take some bread if it's cheap. Don't know why, it's so just foreign now to imagine that. Credible though, but it is foreign to like sort of the current age to have to change the channels and settings and adjust. It's like, what? I mean, I'm lucky enough to have been of a generation where the TVs weren't that advanced when I was younger. You had those massive monitors. They were so expensive even compared to now. Oh, goodness. That's pretty cool. Must have made it worth it though. Whenever you play a game, then it's like, okay, I'm actually, all this effort I've put in has been for something. See the fruits of the labour. Oh, scrap and rations, nice. I still can't figure out why they're not auto-eating anymore. It must just be from that glitch from earlier. Yeah, it's definitely a little bug. I don't know if there's bug reports. Yes. Once the stream's done, I'll submit a bug report. I wonder why the factions don't like me. Yeah, that would be awesome, Zycon. It's been an absolute pleasure having you in the chat. Definitely makes it a lot more lively and makes it worth doing, to be honest with you. Makes it fun. See you soon now. You have a wonderful day. Great meeting you. What to do now? So everyone's still here. How's it going? So there's a few of you. I hope you're enjoying the stream. If you guys need anything, any settings changed, just give me a shout. Let me know. Bread's rare here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it just. I haven't really got... you know, I'll rent some for all their scrap. I nearly called it caps then, I really wanted to, but my brain went, nope, nope, that's not it. And get us back to our base. Going the long way around, just so we can do a bit of trading. Will they need rations? We can pick up a few rations here, I think. Yeah, why not? There's a quest to do here, but I'll leave that till later. Yeah, I've nearly been streaming this part for 4 hours. I'll probably get to the 4-hour point, or maybe get back to base, see what upgrades there are, and then maybe call it for a day. I don't know why people aren't eating. The issue we're going to run into is our engine's going to stall a few times because it's so cold. Yep, here we go. And off we go for a bit. Oh no. Right, let's try that engine up. Ah, nice. Just keep it going. Let's try this. Sell some rations. Don't need a crazy amount, might as well just take them for what they have. Restock on tyres while we're here as well. Always want to have a nice little reserve, because you do not want to be stuck without tyres in this world, I believe. Not going to end too well. Now while we're here, because it's got a bar, let's let our people have a little drink. Everyone's going to end up drunk, yeah. What can you do? Have a little wait around. Actually, at the inn, let's get these guys some food. Oh, let's the party keep going now. Hopefully we'll get there soon and we can work on the base. We have two new recruits, obviously the rancher and the farmer, and we will put them to work as soon as we get back. Ammo and keep it going. Yeah, we'll make it back without any issues ideally. We have made it back. We're back. We're alive. So that means we're okay. Right, let us check out firstly our depot, because I want to see. Okay, we're in a positive for all. Are we making ammo? We're not making much ammo, so I do need to address that. Got a decent amount of meds. Really good amount of scrap because of that trade we did. Now we've got building materials here, phenomenal, and we've got beer for me to sell, which is equally great. So I'll work on that. Let me take this, let's go to city management, and let's build up that abandoned heavy industry. Oh, it's so loud. I turned down the game for you guys, but sadly it doesn't work for me. So I gotta, gotta live with it. Oh, we can make tyres here as well. Oh, that is incredible. Right, I think we just assigned someone to do this, to be honest. That feels ideal. Now we do need someone else to work the farms, if you will. So let's head to the bar and find someone. Looks like it'll be a worker. Right, let's get vaccine management. Yeah, there we go. He's not there perfectly, but he's closer than others. So at least then we're producing, what, 8 per day? So we can make that work. So especially when that's something like 7 days, 150 every 7 days, that isn't great. So ideally we can level these people up. I don't know if they level up while they're doing this though. That's the issue. But we'll only find out by doing so. What can we produce? Is there anything we can produce? We don't produce sugar, we don't produce a lot of things. I can produce salt though, but then that's more strain on the ore supply, which already is a breaking point. So what about just think another way to go around this really. Is it crafting? I'm assuming it is crafting. Okay, at least they're the correct level for that now, so there should be no issues. Is there anything else I can do? Because that doesn't seem to be that worth it. At least that you got the canned fruit, got the herbs we made. I think we'll just have to live with that for now. Where is the ranch? There we go. It's like really tiny, but I think chicken will actually be quite good for us, to be honest. Might have ended up putting the ranch on something else by accident, but we'd live with that. Ah, I'm out of books. Ah, no. Oh, what can you do? We've got 11 materials left still, so I think we can. We've made everything now, at least level 1. Definitely we don't need to level up just yet, I feel. What about that? Water pump's maxed out, so that won't be any different now. Going down light industry, advanced industry, foundry, maybe. You know what? I'll do the fences because we got attacked earlier. It made me worried a little bit that another attack could put us out of commission. At least now it's a bit safer. Might not be where we want it to be perfectly, but I think this is actually coming along really nicely now. Really nicely. We're looking now, how many jobs do we have for this? Yeah, so we can add another guard, and I think we'll be laughing by this point. So what I will do, just because I've been doing this for a little while now, because we're hitting that 4-hour point, I'm going to go off. Can I say it's been an absolute pleasure streaming to you all. Really appreciate people like Psycon and I think it's Lives from Scotland. Oh, I think it was sorry, News from Scotland joining in. And that's anyone for sitting around and watching. Really appreciate it. So that's all saved, and I will aim to do another session. Maybe not tomorrow because I work quite late, but another day. So you all have a wonderful day now, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.